What's up, YouTube? Hopefully, you guys are doing good. Welcome to the stream. We will be doing some personal reward CVC today. So, off we go with the grind. Make sure everything's working. And we will be playing on my other account as well. So, all systems are go. What is this matchup here today? Let's see. Looks like a pretty tough customer. Rank 50. Yeah, that's going to be a pretty tough one, I think. Double check. Oh, make sure you guys collect, or make sure you guys change up your clan quests. It's always something we get to do. So make sure you guys do that. Which one can we do? That's a good one. Hydra stuff. Ram stuff. Let's do some Hydra. And silver again. Okay. What's in the shop this week? Shop. Okay, my quest for my other account. And okay, let's check the shop. All right, energy, that's great. These medallion things, fine. We gotta buy some of those. Crit rate charms, that's a good one too. Mythical charms. I mean, it is what it is. We don't really need these. We have like thousands of them, but we'll pick them up. Relatively cheap, I guess. Right. Off we go. Let's see what we got here today. We are capped. Check the soul merchant. Wixwell. Wow, we got some decent ones here. 5-star Wixwell. That would be pretty sweet. Hey, what's up, everyone? How's it going? Welcome. Good night. Good morning. Yeah, 6-star Freya on the wrong account. Yeah, too bad. Hey, what's up, man? Doing good. Yeah, we just woke up not too long ago. Actually, we just woke up. So it's like 4-ish, 4:30. It's 4:30 in the morning. So, Wixwell. I don't know if I can get enough material for Wixwell. Do I want to spend 100 on Wixwell? I don't know if I do. Accuracy and resistance on a 5-star is really good because then that would make his build a lot easier to hit. But I don't really have any trouble with my Wixwell, so I feel like just leaving it. What's going on here? So tag team. I'm really surprised there's nothing going on right now for tournaments and events. Like really surprised. It's kind of like a boring couple days here. Just tag team tournament. Feels weird. 4:30 in the morning. Yeah, unfortunately, it's like I get up really early in the morning just so I can get some of the YouTube stuff or the raid stuff going because gotta get to work. You know, family gets up, and then once families gets up, then you can't really do anything. So I get up before everybody else gets up, and then gotta get stuff going before we go to work. Right? Just grinding. All right, let's do some tag team. Actually, let's run the energy first. I think we'll run the Fire Knight, I guess. Run the Fire Knight in the background. Collect energy. Oh, that's nice. Lot of champions to buy. That is nice. Yeah, I did the all the non-CBC point stuff earlier, like before before I went to bed. So for you guys it'd be a little bit different. Okay, so what else we got going on here? Got some of this. Collect this guy. Then we gotta go through all these bags. Okay. Why holding on to the rare for the tournament? There's no reason to collect it, so I just kind of hold on to it. Um, but yeah, it's just something out of habit. I don't think there's any benefit to holding it, but you never know. You could end up with a rare and it lands on a champion chase or something, so you never know. But yeah, there's probably no benefit. So much gear to process, but the gear enhancement event is tomorrow, so should we pull for the progressive or maybe chance for this weekend to see if there's a 2x? I never pull for never pull for progressive because then progressives are really bad. They're just you're just gambling, right? Yeah, this weekend there's going to be a champion chase and there's probably going to be some 2x events. I'd say I think it's probably going to be 2x ancients, but it's an anniversary, right? So maybe they're probably gonna throw something special, like special. So my guess is that they'll throw maybe all of them, maybe every single shard 2x. You know what I mean? So that's what I think. But never know. Never know. Never. Couple champions I want to build out here during CVC. I don't know. I don't like building stuff out during CVC. If there's no like tournament, like training tournament, I don't like building champs. But you can't double dip points all the time, so you should play Des with Caberon. Caberon. Actually, I did play test him yesterday. I did play test him yesterday. And I will make that video later, probably later for later today. It wasn't just play testing him though, so it was play testing like a bunch of the Argonites. Oh, the chat training is still running? Okay, let me just double check. This void in the events tab feels lacking. So weird. Void in the events tab. What? Oh, you mean the progressive? Like this? Voids in the event tab. The training is still running right now? No, the training's not running anymore. Yeah, the training's over. There's no training. Rip, rip if you thought there was training. I pushed the champ training tournament last couple hours for CVC, sitting in first in my group now. There's no event active. Pretty funny. Is it just me or the rate of 5 and 6 stars in the shop increased? They did that on purpose. Yeah, they did that on purpose a couple, I don't know when, maybe half a year ago. They said that they were going to increase the amount of 5 and 6. I think they said to increase the amount of 6 stars in the shop. So they did that deliberately. But yeah. All right, let's go. Burn through all these bags. Yeah, there's no like I said, there's no event No events happening, so it's a little bit weird. Like really weird. I don't know why. Don't know why. Um, During CBC, there's no events. But like usually, like, there's like a Sand Devil or something. Like right now, it's just tag team tournament, and then tomorrow is gear enhancement event, and then that's it. So seems like I don't know. Maybe somebody forgot something. They dropped the ball. But yeah, nothing. I don't know nothing. So I am as surprised as you guys. Your champ training ends in 2 hours. Okay, yeah. I mean, some people's champ training, yeah, they're different times. So there you go. Nice. Lands on CBC. Good for you. Pull Ishiyama. Reckon he's worth building? No. Ishiyama's no. Ishiyama's not very good. Supposed to be a damage dealer. He does have some crowd control, like fears and stuff. So I mean, he's not a very good damage dealer, and he brings fear, which is not a very good crowd control. And he doesn't do like crazy enough damage. So I don't think he's worth. I don't think he's worth using or building up. 3 day break mid fusion. Yeah, it doesn't really make too much sense, right? But it is what it is. It's all good. Just chilling out. Let's see. Do you like Genbo? I need a good nuker for early. It depends what you have. It depends what you have. Genbo is like you know, Genbo's a fine champion, but he's pretty old. So yeah, he's definitely been power crept. Let's say that. But he does okay, especially early on. Like he has the speed aura and stuff for arena, so makes him pretty useful for that at least. What do you think of Pestilus? I think it's underrated. Pestilus. I don't know what he does. I know the champion that you're talking about, but I don't know what he does exactly. Let me have a look. I don't think he's underrated though. I think he's pretty bad. Pestilus. The undead. Let's see. Pestilus. He's epic. What? Pestilus. Night reps. Oh, this guy. 50% chance at leech. Single target HP burn. Heals. Turn meter fill. If it's not placed, 3 turn cooldown. 3 turn cooldown, single target HP burn with a heal or TM boost. Increase accuracy, increase crit damage on a 3 turn. I mean, this is pretty bad. Should probably be an AoE, but honestly, I was expecting worse. So yeah, I was expecting him to be slightly worse. I don't know if he's great. I mean, you can probably use him for like clan boss and stuff or early clan boss because he does bring leech, which is super useful, right? Which nuker do you have for S12 in Curse City? Let me see. Not sure what S12 is. Did I finish S12? Oh, here it is. Granite. It'll be Granite Doorkeep. Look at this. Look at this squad. This squad here. This means I beat this stage before with this squad. um, yeah, it'll be Granite Doorkeep. It'll probably be something like this. That's probably it. Yeah. so far this week for Cintranos has been pretty smooth so far. Haven't been roadblocked yet, or blocked in a way where I have to like sit down and try. Hey, good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Underrated? Yeah, I guess it is slightly underrated. You're on vacation versus for Granite Storekeeper. Yeah, yeah, he was a good fusion. He got a lot of flack because people were, well, I don't know, people were expecting a lot from him, and then he was during the whole Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle thing, so people were saying resources. So, yeah, but I think he's a good champ. He's a good champ. Melga, yeah, she's solid. Solid. You got Palace, Visix, doing the new fusion, but only have enough books for two of them. Which one would you focus on first? Um, Dude, I just got absolutely worked by this Solinar like soloed me. Gotta love it. Solinar soloed me. Level 79. This level 79 player. This is frustrating stuff. Sorry, back to the question about the champions. It's hard to say because um kind of need to see the state of your account or what your account is up to, right? Um, if we're just going based on just best champion, like probably going to be Palace, right? Just the best overall champion there, or Mithrala. You can't really go wrong with those two. But sometimes you have the best champion, or you have champions that you need to book out, and then um, you just need to prioritize whatever your account needs, right? You can't just take the best champion all the time. Um, Ooh, Sacred Shard. I pulled a Sacred Shard on my other account. That's nice. Always nice. Visionary and Gamaran. Molly basically just provoke and they spend 10 minutes whittling them down. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I think I might lose during with these duels. Maybe not. I mean, we got this combo here. This combo. And then this combo we have like zero accuracy. We should be able to win. Should be fine. 2-year free to play player. Pulled my first non-free mythical 2 days ago. Galathier. Congrats. That's nice, man. That's nice. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. May he be a menace for you. Wow, wait, you're pulling shards or remnants? Hopefully you're pulling remnants, not shards. But I guess I don't know, whatever. For me, I like saving the shards for 2x events, so not everybody's thing. Yeah, I gotta say, tag team auto battle, amazing. Tag team auto battle. Sometimes it doesn't feel that fast or that much faster, but it's definitely faster. Especially, I don't know what the highest turn count you guys ran into, but I ran into one where it was like 300 turns. And I was like, oh my God, 300 turns? That's crazy. So, will you do a giveaway for the Maximos avatar? I didn't participate in the giveaway. the giveaway event. I didn't participate, so will not be doing that, unfortunately, because it's an event where it's not really an event, but we had to participate, and then we had the ability to give away the avatar. So for me, I couldn't get my act together. Couldn't get my act together to participate properly, so no avatar to give away. I don't know. I didn't see too much coverage on it. I think only like I think less than a handful of people maybe participated. So it wasn't something that was super popular. Um, but that's just for me, like schedule wise, didn't really work. So I picked up uh oh Amor or Amor. I'm guessing that says Arnorn. 2x all shards this weekend. That would be my probably my guess, to be honest. 2x all shards, or it could be primal shards, 2x primal shards. Oh, 2 turn enfeeble. Get wrecked. 2 turn enfeeble. Can't use auto battles in tag. Yeah, it would be kind of cool if you can just like queue them up and then click one button and then that's it. Right? You know, like click, 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 click. And then select all or complete and then click one button and then they all auto complete. That would be awesome. Look at this. Mercurial. So annoying. Everybody in Mercurial. Everybody in Mercurial, eh? There we go. So annoying. Oh, hey, Silax, how are you? Silax, everybody in the house, another smaller raid content creator. Make sure you guys check him out. Yeah, thanks, man. You know, gotta get that spring haircut, you know. Pulled for Newt, got Manaya. She worth building. Depends on your account. She's not like top tier, but she's decent. She has some usage, but I wouldn't say she's priority build. You have to find a specific use for her. I think she's not like she's unfortunately not great, but she's not terrible. She's not completely useless. But any idea when they are going to add the new faction? That's a good question. They should be giving us a couple months heads up on that. So it's not going to be something that they just drop on us. So yeah, it's just wait and see, I guess, right? Sorry, just setting up account. In some faction wars. They need auto battle for faction wars. Like no, it's not auto battle, sorry, instant battle. Because I find faction wars actually take quite a lot of time. Like some stages it just takes like, 5-10 minutes, right? So it's like needs an instant battle there as well. Like once you 3-star, you should be I think you should just be able to instant it. Like I ruined my free to play with the revival pass. I don't know exactly what's in the revival pass. I think it's like $20 for like Elva, right? $20 for Elva and a bunch of stuff. I mean, if you look at it from a raid perspective, $20 for a champion like Elva is really good. But obviously, like you gotta spend money and stuff. So up to you. If $20 increases your enjoyment of the game and you don't mind, then that's totally fine, right? If you're in bronze TTA, you can't auto battle. Oh, that sucks. Hey, K Nubs, how are you, man? Morning, good morning. First time I catch you. Welcome, Raid Shadow. Maria is pretty good versus Mercurial, isn't she? Yes, she is very good. Unfortunately for me, I have Maria, but I don't have her soul. So I've been like slowly kind of building her up on the side. I think I'm at 3, so I'm just waiting for her 4. But I don't have her 5-star soul, unfortunately. I didn't go for it. Um, so yeah, that's where we're at. But she's very good. Yeah, she has a great kit for it. I think I mentioned her when they preview Mercurial that she would be great because then obviously multi hit A1 with the extra turn, so she could do really good against that Mercurial stuff. I wonder if we can survive this. We should be able to survive. How about instant delay daily quests and everything except building champs? Yeah, why not? Why not, right? At this point, it's kind of like, but they need us to stay engaged. That's why they need people to stay in the game. They can't have us log in, press a button, and everything's done. So they need you to stay in the game because that's how they get people to spend money, right? The longer they stay in the game, the more chance there is for them to spend money. So let's see what we get. Streamer luck. Streamer luck. Damn it. Epic book. No streamer luck. Damn it. How do you counter Predator? Yeah, he's a pickle, isn't he? He is a pickle. Block debuffs so you don't get killed by the hunter's mark or the hunter's gaze or whatever. So block debuffs. You gotta lock them out. That's the other thing that works pretty good. Just have things that protect you like big shields, block damage. UDK is pretty good. Stone Skin's pretty good. The thing with Stone Skin is that usually people run Predator slower than your Stone Skin champions. So he usually outruns your not outruns, but you outrun your Stone Skin before he takes a turn. So when he takes a turn, it's like everything's open. Yeah, I wouldn't say he's easy to counter, and I wouldn't say that some people say he's easy to counter. It's like I don't think he's easy to counter because you need a couple of different elements to protect against him, which is not easy to do. Which is not easy to do, especially when you're playing like live arena when you have to pick different champions, and then obviously they can ban your champion. So it's kind of like people saying like, oh, you can counter Solinar very easily, just lock him out. So okay, so what if they ban your lockout? Then what? Then you're kind of screwed for a while, right? So I don't know. We're not doing live arena yet. Faction wars. Faction wars. Look at this stage. Stage 11? What is stage? Defeat all enemies when they have no buffs on them. I mean, I could probably do this. I'm just so lazy. I don't like doing. Just so lazy. Let's run in the background. Probably just gonna autocomplete. We need one click complete all button. Once open raid once a day for 2 minutes. I take that book. Just got my first Geomancer. Used all my books on him. Nice. Grats. Geomancer is a very big upgrade. Especially if you're like newer in the game. What's up, Nathan? How are you? 41,000 gems. This is my content creator account. So even though I don't spend money on this account, I get content creator perks, which means they give me stuff every week for being part of the program, for working with them, collaborating. This is a perfect weapon. It's a 5-star weapon on a offensive piece, but it's totally useless. Like I would never use this. It's a shame. It's a real shame. This one could be an ore candidate. It's basically a speed set, right? Nope. Nope. Yeah, so fortunately we have like this is the thing with the background battles. It's like, okay, yes, background battles are happening, but I can't really do anything right now. Like I can't do anything, right? So I can collect my clan quests. This stuff's already done. Like, what are we doing? Like checking CVC. Okay, we're winning right now, but a third of their clan is not awake. Easy counter sonar is banned. Yeah. Level 20 dungeon is not possible. Then what's the next best stage for drops? I think it's 16. CVC is tight. Spent everything all this weekend. Yeah, it was a busy weekend. Yeah, for that big Heroes Path. Yeah, that was quite the busy one. 4 minutes left on this, so I got 4 minutes to decide on this Wixwell. I'm gonna say hard pass. Free to play player just got Snick Tracks. What are your thoughts? Snick Tracks is a good champion. Yeah, he's got decreased speed, leech, ally protection. He can play in a lot of different areas. Chimera, Hydra, good for general waves. Clan boss, you can play everywhere. 30k gems somehow, just never know what to spend it on, and a bit of a hoarder. Gems are good. I mean, usually you just spend them. They're just kind of like insurance, so you can clear like fusions and events and stuff. So yeah, they're pretty good. Okay, for me to get this, that's still going. Okay, so I think what I want to do is I want to build. I want to build a couple of champions here. I want to build her. Like she just needs books, so she's ready to go. Books and masteries. There's another champion I want to build here. Cassandra's gonna get built. I don't know if I have books. Yeah, she's gonna get books eventually. Who else? Noldula. Noldula would be good. I kind of wait for her champion chase, I guess, to pull her. Yeah, I'll wait till champion chase to pull her. I think she's gonna be good. She's gonna help me out in the hard faction wars there. And who else? There was somebody else that I wanted to build. I don't remember. Sometimes I forget. There's too much stuff going on. There's too much stuff going on, and then you forget. Yeah, I don't remember right now. Glacea for sure. I don't remember. I think maybe it's Bambus. Yeah, Bambus. Bambus, I want to try something. 9-piece Mercurial on UDK. Build as damage dealer is going to be new meta, and you won't have to build him super slow either. 9-piece Mercurial on UDK. Interesting. Interesting. I'm not too sure about that, but that does sound kind of interesting. Sorry, really nothing to do right now because it's spinning. And I don't want to upgrade my gear until tomorrow because tomorrow is the we got the gear enhancement event. So I don't want to spend all my stuff tomorrow. Crazy thing is I've got my 6-star Carnage from the Centranos chest. Excuse me. And I actually pulled the chest before CVC because I wasn't thinking that the chest was going to give me a blessing. Like it's possible it gives a blessing, always possible. But I wasn't really thinking about that because they don't happen very often. So I just pulled it. I pulled the chest, and then I was like, oh, I pulled it outside of CVC, and then the 6-star Carnage Soul came out, which would have been quite a bit of CVC points. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but yeah, my 6-star Carnage, pretty sweet. Definitely one of my strongest champions. Actually, I use him quite frequently in live arena. But there he is. He's maxed out. He has no empowerment, so he's maxed out. But yeah, pretty cool. Struggling on Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare Chimera. Any guides or advice? Yeah, Chimera is really tough because it's pretty restrictive on what champions you can use, and that's it's just really tough. It's bad design, to be honest. So it really comes down to what kind of DPS or damage dealer you have at your disposal. Um, yeah, so I don't know that. Do you have Trunda? Yes, I do. I do have Trunda. I have two Trundas on this account. Question: if I have Titus, would you recommend to go to Wixwell for the fusion change or Newt? I don't have it. That's tough. Are you doing Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss? Titus is like, to be honest, Titus is kind of like you have to pick the champion that's going to push your account in the right direction. Because, like, for example, like if you're not properly farming dungeons, like if you're still moving along in the dungeons, there's no reason for you to look to build Titus. You know what I mean? Because Titus is kind of like, once everything is done, then you want Titus to push points, right? For areas in the game. But if you're still progressing through the game, then having somebody like Titus isn't really going to help you. Um, for example, it's not going to help you do like Fire Knight hard, right? For the Marius missions, like Newt's going to help you do that, right? Newt's going to help you do, you know, lots of stuff. I think Newt, yeah, Newt. If it's a Titus versus Newt, it needs to come down to what your account is currently doing. I think Newt's going to help you in more areas, whereas Titus will just push points. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Tips on Amius hard. You probably need somebody with Brimstone. Brimstone's a good source of damage. So if you don't have like, yeah, if you don't have like really, really strong champions, then you're going to need Brimstone to help you. Heal reduction helps. When he's transforming, be careful with the buffs that you have. So you might want to, get familiar with the rotation of his skills. Man, this is taking a long time. This is why, instant battles should be a thing for faction wars. It just takes forever. But yeah, Amius, the rotation is tough because it's always a rotating thing, right? So everybody's roster is different too. So hard to suggest. I'm just saying like kind of general things. Only good champ I got last week was Nishak. Yeah, Nishak's pretty good. Unfortunate for Nishak, most bombers are gonna suffer because of Mercurial. So any advice on what blessing to pick for 2 stars for Lazorius? I like Lightning Cage. Lightning Cage at low blessings, excuse me. Lightning Cage at like low blessings is very strong. Not only is Lightning Cage like a very strong blessing, like in arena right now, it's really strong as a 1-star blessing. Like if you have like a low blessing, it's good enough to go, right? You know what I mean? Like kind of like a 1-star banner, for example. It's not like a huge boost, but a 1-star lightning cage, it's really strong. So I would say lightning cage, yeah, 2 stars. Destruction gear, yeah, that could work. Yeah, that could work if you can fit it in. All of a sudden, my mythicals don't look bad. Yeah, I mean, I do my best in terms of like gearing them out. But yeah, adding Garo, and having Garo be like a really good threat now really helps. Like it's like a brand new champion, right? Because then, I pulled her and it's like, okay, well, she's never gonna get built, never gonna get used. And then suddenly she becomes good, and it's like, bam, we got a new champion, and she's good. But I don't use her as often as maybe some people think I use her, because I think she does have limits, right? First of all, I didn't book out her first form. It's not that important to book out her first form, but she does have limits, and the limit is that she can be controlled. And if she doesn't basically kill most of the team, she's kind of a sitting duck. Like in her second form, she's kind of a sitting duck. Um, because if she doesn't have the unkillable from the first form, she doesn't really have too much to survive. You know what I mean? She doesn't have too much to survive on the second form. She does have some, what is it? Receives less damage. Yeah, she does have some receive less damage stuff going on, but she's kind of a sitting duck in her second form. She doesn't cripple the team, right? So she's kind of like, yeah, one shot. Like, here's my shot. I'm done. So still waiting on that. So a question about fusion token. If you choose Newt, for example, and in between fusion, you summon it from shards, what would happen? Can I still fuse it? I think if you chose it, you're okay. If you chose it, you're okay. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. It's not gonna swap it out. You know what I mean? Hmm. What is your opinion on Hegemon? Uh, well, Hegemon's in a tough spot, right? Hegemon's in a real tough spot because Mercurial's going to stop him. Previously, if you had a really, really strong Hegemon, you could go through Stone Skin, potentially. You could go through Stone Skin potentially, which makes him like kind of like a more valuable, like that's one way where Hegemon is better than Cavalax is because Stone Skin straight up stops Cavalax, but Stone Skin doesn't necessarily stop Hegemon. So now with Mercurial, Mercurial stops both of them. So I would say both of them are kind of deadish. For example, like I stopped picking my Cavalax in Live Arena just because there's so much Mercurial going on and literally get stopped super hard. Yeah, so Hegemon I think is a little bit worse than Cavalax. I think it's first of all, Hegemon's harder to build. That's the thing. For like Cavalax, you can build Cavalax in like I have a Cavalax, I use him, and I find that he is just more player friendly, right? You just put like a bunch of crap gear on him. You have to get his attack up, but you don't need anything else on him. Attack and accuracy, right? And then you can get a low blessing rare relic, right? Low blessing. You don't need crazy stars on lethal dose. Like a 3-star is plenty. 3-star, you get 100% damage. That's all you really need. You get the attack here. And then you get a rare relic, and that's it. So Cavalax, way easier to build, right? Way easier to build. Hegemon takes really good gear, takes, cracking roots if you want to go through Stone Skin. And those are the best Hegemons. But yeah, both of them are going to be kind of obsolete because of Mercurial. So interesting times. I have a question. I opened 32 Sacred Shards and got the material craft Cascades and Skull of Treason and did. Worth it? 32 Sacreds is a lot. So what you're giving up is the opportunity to get potentially guaranteed champions. So you have to be okay with that, right? Like you got a really like one of the best relics in the game. Um, and I'm sure you got some other stuff from 32 Sacreds, but you're giving up the opportunity to get, potentially Edward, potentially Pontiff, potentially something else, right? So, what Harvest Jack worth to build? Did he get any buffs recently? Yes, Harvest Jack is really, really strong. He's really good right now. I think he's worth it to build, but it depends on your account. Never thought of destroy set. Good morning. Cavalax need crit damage or just poison damage based on attack? It's based on attack only. Yeah. No one talks about new mythical demon spawn. It's tough. It's tough because new mythicals in general don't get a lot of love. Are you talking about demon spawn or undead? This one's new. Is an undead champion. There's no new mythical demon spawn. Yeah. So the new undead champion, Mina here. She looks like a 1900 base attack. That's crazy. This is like Carnage level, right? She looks like a powerhouse for damage, but I don't think she's gonna be meta or anything. mainly because she can't survive. Like she has no way to keep herself alive other than leech. Um, but yeah, it looks like she does quite a bit of damage, right? Big ignore defense hit, and then she just cripples your team. Like, so I don't know. If you just need a damage dealer, probably gonna be pretty good. But she does have survivability here on this passive. Revives the champion with 100% HP. Every 2 turns, if at least one ally is alive, once per turn, instantly revives the champion with 100% HP if all allies are dead. So obviously she has some crazy revive mechanic here on her base form. So she's very hard to kill. But once she transforms, she doesn't have any way to survive. She's just damage dealing at this point, right? So you're probably going to keep her in her base form, and then you're going to transform her as the finishing move, right? So I don't know. Haven't really looked too much into it, but how do you have Trunda built? I'm a user for Hydra, but I feel like it doesn't hit very hard. Pulled her in a double legendary day. Trunda, you need a team around her to do well. That's the thing. Man, it's still going. I'll show you my Trunda, but you need a team around her to make her really work. If you don't have a good team around her, she's not gonna hit very hard, right? So I use like a slow Trunda. So this is my Trunda for brutal difficulty for Hydra. So I run 6-piece Merciless with 2-piece Zeal. It's the strongest set combination for her to do damage. You want good crit damage. You want good base attack. You need a little bit of accuracy so that you can land HP burns. So the reason why is because I run the Wrathy Coronet Crown. So you want to place the debuffs. Once you place debuffs, her damage is going to stack up. This is a really good one. Boss Killer Gem. If you have this, where it deals 10% more damage to bosses. So she's going to hit harder. Nature's Wrath is a good one. And then, yeah, general masteries and stuff. I mean, that's about it. And you just need a team that is really, really strong around her, which is hard to do, right? Because then you need to buff her up, you need to debuff the bosses, and then you need to set up the big hit. It's not as easy as like, oh, I have a strong Trunda, I'm going to bring her in, and it's going to deal big damage. You need a team to make it all work, right? So probably need to do a little bit of research on how to build those Trunda teams. When do you craft relics? I kind of just craft relics usually at the end of live arena seasons because live arena gives me that 100 mythical mats. And then I kind of see where I'm at in terms of mythical mats, and then I'll just do the crafts. I usually craft like the rares like whenever nowadays because the rares just don't offer much value. Like I can do some right now, like just kind of, oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. So yeah, the rares don't offer much value, so I just kind of craft it. But the mythical ones, I kind of just save them up. Like I do them maybe once a month, and then I'll do them for like a video or something like that. But there's no real rhyme or reason to when I do them. Some people just do them right away. That's the thing, right? Like I like to, hoard them up a little bit and then I'll do them. But some people just do them right away, which is fine too. I mean, there's no right or wrong reason. Maybe you could argue if they ever add any more. Like if you maybe you can argue like if you don't need any relics, you could save them because they could add relics, like they could add them into the pool and then you get a chance at the new ones. You can argue that. Um Damn, I should probably just save these Alice Adventure mats. Actually, you know what? Whatever. Maybe we'll get a cat's gaze. No, it's cat's gaze. We'll do the rare ones. Why not? Discovery? Maybe we'll get a stars here. See if we can get a stars. Oh, no stars. Yeah. The fact that the rare ones just the fact that they give you a slim hope for the rare ones is actually interesting. It's like, why not? It's like winning the lottery. Come on, man. Look, it's still going. Look at this. Might want to cancel that battle. Yeah. Have you played with Maria much in Arena? No, I haven't. I mentioned that I didn't have her soul, so she's not very strong. That's the problem. So my Maria, I think, is like 2 stars or something, or 3 stars. Yeah, she's 3 stars. So I'm gonna wait until she's 4 stars and then ready to go. She's booked out. She has masteries, but she's not super strong because she doesn't have the high blessings. So she's not gonna be part like a main champion that I use. But I think she's really good. I'll just build her in like Stone Skin Lethal, just regular stuff. She looks cool. Yeah, she does. Her testing was bad. She can't get a hit and she can't switch on her own. Oh, I see. That sucks. That sucks. Yeah, I wasn't too impressed with her kit. Like her stats look impressive, 1900 base attack, but her secondary form doesn't look too crazy. I found that Knight's Revs 21 auto is very slow because the boss is probably health swapping. You have to manual with Empress A1 to destroy max HP, then change to kill. I usually don't have a problem. I do have Empress set up so that he does transform on wave 1. So he's always in the secondary form, and the secondary form should do enough damage to kill the boss. It's just a long fight. And I don't know, maybe some of the guys aren't even properly geared. So why do you not get CBC points for crafting relics? Kind of feels dumb. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they don't want you to save, I guess. I don't know why, but using destruction gear versus faction war bosses, they swap health so obnoxious. Yeah, I did use destruction gear for I think Night Rev on 21, so it was helpful. Cat's gaze, couldn't believe it. Nice, congrats. Group chance is BS. If I have 100 mythical mats for a relic, it should be 100% chance for that group. You know, like that's the thing, right? Like for mythical for the relic system, I think they they could have done it 2 ways. They could have made the relic um relics way difficult to obtain, right? They could have made it super difficult to obtain. Um or they could put lots of layers of RNG. So the way they did it was that they gave us a 20% chance to get something we really want, but they put more layers of RNG into it so that it's less likely that we get it. So it's kind of weird that they did it like this. It's they have the balance of it is kind of interesting, right? Because they could have made this like 2%. They could have made the chance of you getting a mythical is like very low. But for whatever reason, they decided to do it this way. They want us to have mythical relics, but they don't want us to get the ones that we want easily, right? You know what I mean? And then they also don't give us a mercy system as well. So it's hard. It's hard for them to balance it because they don't want you to get the one that you want, because once you get it, you're done. You don't need usually you don't need like a second copy, right? Or at least you won't be as driven to get the second copy. So therefore you won't be feeling the FOMO, you won't be spending resources you shouldn't be spending. So they have to kind of balance all that psychology behind, their decisions. So I thought it's kind of interesting that they chose to do it that way, but I think it's okay. I would have liked to see a mercy system, to be honest. Like, put like a 20 mercy system or put something there, right? I don't know. Yeah, the RNG sucks because, as the player, we feel it, right? We feel it. We don't like the RNG. But, the flip side is, what if it was just super hard to obtain? What if you got like one mythical craft every like 3 months or something, right? Like, I don't know. Like, make it hard to obtain, but make the odds of getting something good higher. Like, that could happen. But hey, Andre, good morning. Do you play any other games besides Raid? No, I don't. When I play one game, I commit to it pretty fully, and that's just the way I play games. So Sylvia and Torment go apeshit in faction wars. Yeah, they're going apeshit right now for my secondary account. Does Hilvy have any use PvE? Yeah, Hilvy is amazing. Hilvy's just an amazing champion. Right now, I have her in a arena build, so like the 9-piece Mercurial. It doesn't work against bosses, which kind of sucks. But her kit's so strong that even if these were just 9 random pieces of gear, it's still very good for her. um, I used to play Pokemon. That was like 10 years ago, though. That was during the big boom of the Pokemon Go stuff. But I played Pokemon when I was like much younger, like teenager and stuff. Is Maria any good? Pulled her as 2. Yeah, I mean she's great champ. Maria's a great champ, no doubt. You going for Polara before Argonite come into the game? I can't. I'm like hard blocked on hard faction wars. In some of the factions, I just can't. It's like some of the factions, like I can get more stars by maybe trying a little bit harder on some of the stages, but like some of the stages I can't. I just can't move anymore. So I won't be getting her anytime soon. But it's not a huge thing anyways. She's not insanely busted or whatever, so it's okay. I think she gets used in some siege teams. Like people start mixing her in, like maybe Sacred Order siege. Player can't nail things. Relic system example where you get rigged filthy pools. New fusion system is cool. The new fusion system, I think they did a good job with it, but I think it benefits them ultimately, right? So it's kind of interesting. Clan Shop now has option to buy max energy. Yes, max energy in a clan shop is good. Did not get Cat's Gaze, but Volcanic Heart is good. Nice. You got 50 sacreds. Yeah, I mean, I had 63. I had 63 on the weekend. So I used 13 to get all the Cat's Gaze material. But yeah, I have 50 on this account. It's actually pretty crazy because I have 50 on this account and I have 26 on my alt account. And they both, you know, do the same things in terms of acquiring shards. So you kind of really see the difference in RNG, right? So one account gets a lot of sacred shards and the other account doesn't. But I wouldn't even say my alt account is low on sacred shards, like in terms of getting them. I would just say like this account in particular, this one that you're looking at, has been extremely lucky the last 3 or 4 months in terms of getting sacred shards. So you know, it is what it is. You take the good luck when it comes, right? While it's still going. Um, oh, Soul Merchant. No, what I'm looking for is a Donatello. I'm looking for a 5-star Donatello. That's what I'm looking for. So can't really do anything else here, right? I do some of these daily quests stuff. Live arena is not open yet. How's this going? That's done. Oh, we can do some crafting. Okay, we can do that. Ashnar is any good? Ashnar counters something. Ashnar can be pretty good. He's really good for turn meter boosting. And he counters any kind of HP burn champion. If there was an HP burn champion, because he turns burns into like heals, right? I think. Ashnar. I think he turns burns into heals. Debuffs placed on allies heal them instead of damage them. Yeah, there you go. So he'll counter any kind of HP burn shenanigans. All right. Where are we? Swift parry? 91 swift parry pieces. It's lethal. Maybe I'll do a video crafting my lethal stuff, but it's swift parry time. They need to improve relic management. I agree. The crafting of the relic system is so bad. Yeah, it's so bad. Isn't Merciless better than Impulse? Impulse is a 2-piece set. I mean, it's a speed set, right? Versus Merciless, which is a damage set. It's interesting. If you don't have Titus, what is a good champion to pair with Wixwell? What area? Like, I guess for damage? Uko and Moto. Uko's a really good one. Moto's not as good, but he is part of the Ogren tribes, which needs help. So, which hard faction warrior are you stuck? A couple of them actually. I'm not that close. I'm like 750 right now out of 945. There, Banner Lords, I'm stuck. I'm stuck at the boss on Banner Lords. Sacred Order, I'm stuck at the boss. High Elf, I'm stuck at the boss. So this is like the mid boss, like level 14. And then Ogren Tribes, I'm stuck at the boss. So, um, the Sacred Order one, I think I can beat. It's just gearing out everybody in high resistance. Then I can probably beat it. Banner Lords, I just don't have too many guys in Bannerlord. Like I have Taras. Taras carried me past the first boss, but I'm stuck after the boss. So Bannerlords. Yeah. So those are the ones I'm kind of stuck in. But I mean, I haven't really went like all in. Like, okay, I'm gonna build like the craziest builds and then just try to slog through. I haven't done any of that. So probably some more I can go, but haven't put too much thought into it. Crit rate here. Okay, so let's do some swift parry. Game refuses to give me Lizardman 12 out of 20. I'm missing for faction wars. Lizardman, the lowest population, they release 4 turtles with synergies and then put them in different factions. Why would a turtle split up? Reasons? Do you think they'll change some of the hard faction wars requirement? They might. Yeah, they might. Remember they had Lydia, and then they nerfed. They made it easier to get her, right? Remember when Lydia was released? Um, yeah. Hey JD, how are you, man? Good to see you. Waiting for 5-star soul in the shop. Oh my god. Hey Xavier, how are you? Happy CVC. Good morning. Have you seen the next new gen Xbox supposed to be coming next year? It's going to be called Project Helix and it's going to have Windows on it. I'm not sure. I don't play console games, so I never buy consoles. I heard they're going to get rid of the whole Xbox. Like they're just going to like, they're just done with it, like Microsoft. But I don't know. Can you increase the amount of magma shield? Yeah, if you have Wixwell or somebody that grows shield, you can. Good evening. Yep, good evening. Many champions that are not built, and I wonder how to manage that. Usually, I buff them based on specific clan boss usage. Yeah, I mean, you build them depending on where you need to progress, right? The most critical area. If that champion is going to be a game changer, then you just build them out. Hey, Toxie, how are you, man? You account takeovers? Yeah, you look out for me for Discord. Reach out to me. Lethal to roll. What charm should I use? Usually, I use crit rate charms on the bottom, and then you usually pick the bottom 3 row pieces, so gauntlet, chest, and boots. So like something like that. They're just the hardest pieces to get, so having more opportunities to get them usually is better. Consider myself mid game. How long should I farm Dragon 20 even if I go up to Dragon 25? The higher you go, the better odds you get at getting better gear. And unless you're doing 20, unless you're talking 25 versus 24, 24 gives you more 6-star epic pieces. So 24 gives you more quality pieces, but not necessarily the highest quality pieces. So 25 gives you the high, like slightly more legendary pieces, but 6-star epic pieces are still really, really good. So unless you outgrew 6-star epic pieces, then level 24 is better than 25. 25 gives you more CVC points, so that's something to consider. But 24 is generally way more like energy efficient. You only do level 20 if you're worried about energy for like tournaments and stuff. But 24 is my suggestion. Isn't speed charm better? Depends. Is the damage set? So you want the damage stat, right? Like I could make a build work without speed on the piece of gear, perhaps. But if you're not 100% crit capped, then your build's not going to work. So I take the stat that's critical to the build, right? What's the best set for Newt? Damage set, ignore defense, so you can hit the cap easier. Single good piece, all my speed or other sets. Yeah, I mean, me too. Me too. I don't have great pieces for speed gear. My best, I have one quad speed piece from 2 accounts. And I've been playing the game for a combined like 11 years, right? On 2 accounts, like total years. So I have one piece, one quad speed piece. So Dark Fade targeting. It targets the champion with the highest, I think, attack it takes. All right, let's craft. I'm going to individually sort through these later, I think. I don't want to get rid of them now, just because we don't get these pieces very often. Oh, that's a bad one. $13.90. I'm basically looking for 6-star pieces. Like 5-star glove here is not going to be any good. 6-star piece. Six-star glove. Potential. Low. Really, really shitty that these take so much Magi Steel. Okay, so my crit rate charms are all gone. So that kind of sucks. So now I use the secondary charm, which I would be using speed. I'm going to be out of Magi Steel here pretty soon. Ooh, 2,000. Big one. Ooh. All right, that's it for Swift Parry. All right. I have to sift through that and level that tomorrow during the gear enhancement event. So not going to do that now. Luckily, we had some space. Yeah, we had some space for all that. So that's kind of nice. See, my spending here is kind of crazy. Like every hour, I spend a couple 100,000 just buying those champions. Okay, this is done. Oh my god, this is something's wrong, right? They're caught in an infinite loop. It must be caught in an infinite loop. Doesn't make any sense. Okay, so he doesn't have gear on. That might be one of the reasons. Oh, she doesn't have any gear on. Okay. Okay. And he's okay. I'm not gonna do it again. We'll do something else for now. I see RSL helper sell files looking for Midge, but not many. Is it worth trying the late game one, or would it probably sell everything I put X on? Well, you can, use it, take a look, and then see how it works for you. Usually, I always do like a once over anyway. So if they select stuff to sell, I have to go through every single piece anyways because obviously that's what you're supposed to do. You don't want them to sell something that you don't want to. I think it should be okay. Like I use the end game one, and I find myself um thinking it's not harsh enough. To be honest, it needs to be more harsh. But I don't know. It really depends. You just have to try it and then go through it yourself. I missed the ice golem rare for the fusion. Should I still go for the fusion? Do you have the epic? Because you have to get every single one. If you don't have the epic and you miss the rare, then you're done. Unless you pull the rare from a void shard. After reaching the six star, should I start farming dragon, spider, or keep champs to 6? There's nothing wrong with making more 6 stars. You're gonna need them in different areas, right? But yeah, you should always be pushing your account wherever it can go. So if you build one champion and that champion allows you to go one level higher and one stage, then do that, right? You always should be trying to push. Um, and if you get stuck, you get stuck. That's fine. Nothing wrong with staying at a stage and playing there. Um, but yeah, just it's hard to say. It depends on what you have, depends on how much time you can commit to the game and stuff like that. But you should always be trying to push your account in the forward direction. One question for Ninja Teams with Deacon that you made a video on a long time ago. How can I make it work for the Spirit Affinity and Force Affinity? My Eris is getting the stun. You have to swap somebody for a Force Affinity damage dealer. So ideally, you take out Ninja, you put in like a Geomancer or something, and then Geomancer will basically soak up the stun so that your Eris doesn't. That's kind of how you do it, or that's one way you can do it. Um, and that should only affect the Spirit Affinity. I'm not sure. I don't remember. The other consideration is that Ninja does have a turn meter boost, so the speed tune might be slightly different or slightly accommodating for him only. I don't recall off the top of my head. There might be a little bit more nuances that I'm not accounting for, so you might have to dig up some info on that. Yeah, so I don't want to say replace Ninja with the Force Affinity damage dealer and you're okay, you're good to go. There might be a little bit more to that, so I would do some research into that first. But it should be pretty close. It should be something like that. It should be something like that. So, hey, Star Magic, how are you? Welcome, guys. Sorry if I missed some of your messages here. Did you buy the charms from the clan shop? Yes, I did. I already bought them. Would you book Loki for faction wars? Loki's in a pretty strong faction. He's in the barbarian faction, so I never had the need to book him out for anything. So for me, Loki's just he's a vault champion. He never moves from the vault. Did you buy the Predator? No, I don't. I don't spend money in the game, so I don't buy anything. Unfortunately, I didn't pull the Predator, so Uh, would you show us your Carnage build? Is he better? Is it better for attack or accuracy? Many say chest accuracy is better. That's a good point. I mean, you definitely want accuracy on Carnage because he needs to land those debuffs, right? So I actually have pretty low accuracy on him. I have 444. And yeah, this is my build. Swift parry with 4-piece stone skin. I just got the 6-star Carnage from Centranos this month. So he got the extra, plus 20 speed. Yeah, that's big. Plus 20 speed. And my chest is a attack chest. So I do have a accuracy chest that I was kind of messing around with a little bit. Hold on. Accuracy chest. Stone skin. I do have one. It's like a direct swap in. I'm blind. There it is. uh Probably this one. Probably this one. The direct swap in without breaking the build. It might be this one actually. This one would work. Yeah, so I have 2 direct swap in chests. Probably this one is better slightly. So it would be something like this. So with accuracy, I can go up to 540 with the accuracy chest. This one is with attack percentage too, so I can add a little bit more accuracy. So I can go like 575 or something. I don't know which one's better, to be honest. Like, I think 450 is plenty. Like, I think 450 is probably enough, right? Like, 550 and 450 is not going to make a huge difference from where I'm playing at. Like if you're going to resist 450 accuracy, you're probably going to resist 550 accuracy. So it's kind of what I'm thinking. Also, the extra attack's kind of useful because he doesn't have the ignore defense. Because you're trained to ignore defense for the Swift parry. So I don't know. I don't know exactly which one's the best, but I think around 400, 500 is probably okay. Loki and Taras Marichka team can lock out. How good is this fusion champ supposed to be? He's not bad. He's good. And obviously the faction is limited, so and he's a decent champion. Free to play, where are you spending your daily gems the most? I don't really spend gems on the daily. And most fusions, I try to not spend gems. And that's the goal. That's the goal, is to not spend gems. So I try to, work around that. But some events you can't. You can't really get around that because, like, for example, like you're doing a fusion and then suddenly they throw you like a Sand Devil tournament, and then there's like a what is it, the medium soulstone, an immortal soulstone or whatever in there, and you're like, oh, okay, well, I should go for this. That's going to cost you a little bit of gems, but I try not to spend gems whenever I can help it. But where do I spend my gems? If I had to spend my gems, it's going to be energy. It's going to be energy towards like an event, right? um Tag team bags. Like I spent a couple gems buying some tag team bags. I'll buy extra keys for the Iron Twins on Sunday, so that's 150 gems, right? CVC, like you might spend a couple gems for energy during CVC, but for me, like my accounts progressed enough that I don't really have to. I have the resources to clear CVC without too many issues, right? It's not. This team's not properly speed tuned because it should be over already, but my Kaimar is like too fast. Ooh, Buzilla come from Godzilla. Yeah, it did. It did. Uh, gear cleanse for you, JD. Oh my god, I can't even gear cleanse myself. How many rares should I have? I don't know. I probably lost track of the fusion myself. Accuracy's chest. You're happy with it? Finally get to use accuracy piece of insane crit. Yeah, yeah. Use it for sure. 5-star epics and bad sets. Keep 3 rolls and good stats, but I am constantly overflowing still. How should I cleanse better? Gear. You probably should just get rid of some of the sets. Some sets are just so useless now. You probably just get okay to get rid of them. 5-star pieces. I mean, the best advice like I can give somebody is like keep gear that makes sense for the set, right? Keep gear that with stats that make sense for the set that they're in. Like for example, um, like you don't really need damage stats on a like I don't know regeneration set. I guess, right? Like if you have like a weapon with like crit rate, crit damage, attack percentage, like on a regeneration set, you probably won't be using that like almost ever, right? So you can probably get away with not having that. Once you do that, it's kind of like you start getting rid of quite a bit of stuff. Oh, we got 2x boost here. You see Marius build? Sure. Do you think it's a good idea to change my knights from stone skin to mercurial? I'm not sure. That sounds pretty good. Mercurial 9-piece Mercurial is really, really strong on mythicals because they get the extra turn, right? And then they get a stack right away. So once you transform, you get a stack of the Mercurial stacks. So, that's really strong already. And Nice has built-in ways to protect himself. So, I mean, why not? Do you think Hell Hades optimized premium is worth it? Um, yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it's fine. I don't know personally speaking, like I do use like the optimizer, don't get me wrong. Like the optimizer is I think the most important tool for this game, like ever. Like it's the most important tool. It's changed the game. The optimizer like is the one tool that I think I probably could not live out without, like to play this game, like to build champions. Like it's painful to build champions like properly, like over and over and over again. So having the optimizer do it like quickly is amazing. It's a game changer. It's you know one is the tool that I would say is the best tool in this game. Um, I don't know if it's I don't know what the difference between free and premium is. So I'm not too sure. I think you get to see like team breakdowns. So if you need help with teams, then perhaps that premium feature is worth it. But yeah, it's I'm not gonna do faction wars on stream here. It's just kind of whatever. Where am I at here? 63. We gotta keep going. I got no Magi Steel. Damn. No Magi Steel. Oh, sorry. Someone would want to see my Marius build. Sorry. I've stacked silver 3-4 going back and forth. Tips to rank up the gold. You have to play in the last day. For sure last day, for sure last hour. You have to be very active in the last hour. So get the hits in. You can't go too high, right? You can't go too high into the green because people will target you, especially if you don't have a very strong account. So if you want to get promoted up, you need to be playing like at in the final hour for sure to try to get points to level up. Um, that's the best advice. I mean, that's how it works. Wixwell, Lamasu, Yumiko, Titus ran my first Hydra key. Nice, grats. That's gonna be a big key. Yeah, Yumiko with that team is very good. Quick battles is gold. Yeah, it is. How many different champions are you using? How many different champions are you using of all your champions? I only use a very small percentage of all the champions I have. Somebody asked for my Marius build. It's my Marius build. Stone Skin Lethal. He is 6-star blessed, so keep that in mind. Is it worth ascending rare piece? Yeah, I mean, if the rare piece is the best piece on for what you need it to do, then of course it's worth it. Like it could be a boot, it could be a crit damage glove, could be a chest. Do you think it's a good idea for nice? Which champion do you think can counter Predator? One champion to counter Predator? I don't like his mechanic. That's the thing. I don't like the evade mechanic because it's a uninteractive mechanic that completely shuts down whatever you can do. You can't interact with that champion, right? You can't interact with the Predator. So I don't like the evade mechanic. Is it busted? Like I don't think it's busted, but I just don't like that you can't do anything about it. You know what I mean? You can't really do anything about it. Like the champion's just evading it. So what can you do about it? Like what can we do about it? Is you send more attacks into him. So you're basically fighting the 50% RNG. So it's like, okay, I can lock him out, but what if he evades my lockout? Then I send more lockouts after him. I send 2 lockouts, then I send 3 lockouts, then I send 4 lockouts. Like you're just fighting against the RNG, right? So that's what we can kind of do against him. I don't like that. I hate that. I don't like the unable to interact. Like there's some strong champions like Nice, for example. He's strong. He's super strong champion, right? But you find ways to kind of deal with him because you can at least still interact with him. But the Predator, you can't. It's like, okay, I'm going to try to deal with the Predator, but he can most of the coin flip and it totally evade whatever you can do to him. It's like, okay, so now I need to bring in a second champion, a third champion, a fourth champion. So at that point, it just gets kind of, it's too much, right? At that point, it's like, yeah, this is a problem now. If you have to bring a whole team to deal with one champion, it's a bit of a problem, right? I don't know. I think maybe people don't understand that. I don't know. It's like, yeah, he can be countered, but it takes a whole team or it takes a very specific specific set of abilities or something like that. Like, so I don't know. I think it's a little bit, yeah. He's tough. He's a tough customer, and that's why everybody loves him and all that stuff. So, and the fact he's only he's a $40 champion, right? Um, I'll pull voids during the champion chase. If I don't pull a rare, I will start faction guardian and empower the epic. Yeah, I mean, you don't need to empower the epic. Maybe keep 2 epics for faction wars. That's not the worst idea to keep 2 epics. Fire Knight Heart 6, don't have Newt, Neldor, Creolian, using very odd team. Work Galthier, Cold Heart, Rat King. Okay, that is a little bit strange. Counterattack works, block damage works, but you still need multi-hits, ally attacks. Forging, you push plat reset nowadays too? No, I haven't. But just something. I want to improve some of my builds. I do have 2 champions in Swift Parry, but yeah, looking for the 9-piece would be difficult. I don't push plat. It's actually just a really bad time. Like they did the timing switch, right? Like previously they did the timing switch. Like it used to be at 2 a.m. It used to be at 2 a.m. And then they switched the time for the plat reset, and now it's like noon on Sunday. And I'm like, dude, man, noon on Sunday, that's like family time, right? Like you can't just say, hey, families, I'm gonna step away for like 30 minutes or an hour. Like we could be out. It's just really inconvenient. It's like, first of all, it's like, the first platinum reset time was like too late, I'm sleeping. Or now it's like, okay, well, it's the middle of the day, like I literally cannot leave. Like, so it just doesn't work. I don't know, we'll see what happens, but maybe I'll try to push more for plat. Susan, I don't use Suzanne myself. I have Suzanne on my other account. I'm slowly building her up, but she's lost a bit of value in the Mercurial meta as well. One of the best rares to build for secret rooms. I'm on the last Ramontu mission. Elhain, she's a pretty good one. Cold Heart, of course. Elhain is multi-hit AoEs, so she's pretty decent. Theodosa, 6-star. I don't know. Banner's pretty good. You could go for Life Harvest. Life Harvest is pretty strong. Lightning Cage. Do you have good counter against Torment teams? I don't run into Torment at all. So I don't really, never really thought about that. Maybe just bring block debuffs. But hey, what's up, guys? Sorry, I'm missing a bunch of the messages. So, Al attack, does the evade literally evade everything? No, it's per hit. So it's per. Yeah, he has to evade every, like each evade occurs per hit. I think so. He won't evade the full attack. Hey, Ivan. Yeah, all good. Yeah, it's like 6 a.m. for me, so my brains might be a little bit slow. Pharaoh, should I put him 9-piece Pharaoh or protection? Depends if the other debuffs or buffs are covered with protection or Pharaoh. I think protection, I forgot which one is better for him. I think protection is slightly better for him. Pharaoh is a tree. The tree is in the, you know what? Oh, wait, sorry, Sylvan Watchers. There he is. 2 buffs versus 2 debuffs. He has 3 debuffs. I mean, it really depends. Like if you have no other champion with decreased speed, no other champion with this, then maybe Pharaoh's better. But yeah, you could go either way. He has 3 debuffs, so Pharaoh gives him a slight edge if you don't have any of the debuffs from anybody else. Fire Knight team interested in speeds as I pull a second Newt. Grand Oak can build your team. Okay, sure. Fire Knight, yeah. I'm winning the Fire Knight, I think. but people probably give this tournament more attention now that there's nothing going on. Am I still winning it? Yeah, I'm still winning it. Okay, good. I'll show you the team here. So this is with the dungeon bonuses or whatever, right? So presets are pretty important for Fire Night Hard. It's going to depend on your team, so you just got to pay attention to that. Obviously, the ally attackers go in with the ally attacks against the boss, final boss, right? My Mikage is almost 400 speed with the bonuses. You don't need to be this fast for this team to work. Probably, you can cut this by 10%, so like 370 is probably okay. Same thing here. My Marius, my Newt, 280-ish speed, but you can get away with less. Like the bonuses are not necessary. And the presets you have to kind of figure out on your own, like whatever works. I'll show you a run. It's just easier in this way. Oh, per skill. Thank you. There we go. Per skill, not per hits. Per skill. So you fully no wait, sorry. Are you saying that because ally attack is one skill? But are you saying that ally attack is one skill, or there are multi skills that are happening during an ally attack? Just have to be clear. 208 accuracy. Do you have an issue with him stripping? Um, I mean, yeah, probably, right? But we do land increased accuracy as well, so usually not too bad. Same boat, pool brogging. Do you really need 2 ally attacks for a Fire Night Hard 10? It really depends on your team. It depends on your team. You can run with 2 ally attacks, you can run with one ally attack, but this is the team that I run, and 100% team, about a minute. Strategy for Ice Golem Hard: either use unkillable against the boss or just slow grind with HP burn. That's about it. Hard is not fun. 3 prism shards saved. It auto pulled them last event. I don't know how you saved so many. You have to have the red dot. Do you have the red dot? What do you mean by saved? Like you had 120 from like previous? Like you had 120 from the previous pool and you had the red dot? If you have the red dot, it will never auto pull. Do you think they will apply faction arena one day, like only 7 watchers allowed? I don't think so. I just don't think there's enough interest. First of all, like those kind of harsh restrictions will make those harsh restrictions only apply to like certain players in the game. So if they put that in, it's going to shut out a lot of players. So I don't think it's something that I don't think it's something that they'll do. I think their answer to that is basically allowing us friendly live arena battles. That's going to basically shut down any of that kind of restrictive live arena play, I think. Because it's like, oh, why don't you guys put faction only blah 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 in live arena? It's like, well, you guys have friendly live arena. You guys can play amongst yourselves, those that want to, right? So, I think that's their answer to that. So I mean, yeah, like I said, it's just gonna alienate and restrict that format to more people, and it's probably not something that they want to do. They want to make it more player accessible, not less player accessible, right? So that's my thinking, anyways. Finish it up here. Finish up the energy here. Do you think the Carnage good versus Predator? Predator can't evade the debuff spread. I like Carnage, yeah, against Predator. Good affinity as well. And singing the gospel of Roxham to my clan. Have all converted. You should try them out. Amazing in LA. One shot Empress and Taras. Yeah, Roxham's buff looked very, very impressive. I haven't gotten around to playing with him, to be honest. I have him on my account. I have him built out. I think he's missing masteries, but that could be pretty quick. That's somebody that I need to build out as well. Um, my lizard team for faction wars is a little bit slow, so Roxanne would definitely be helpful. Hey man, love the CBC chillins. Always hearing some good niche advice on them. Yeah. Yeah, welcome. Yeah, welcome everybody. Good turnout today. We almost got like 400 people. That's quite a bit more than usual. So welcome a lot of the new folks. Gotta plug the channel. So if you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button for future content. Um, if you need 2 newts to be able to constantly complete the run, the freeze epics are inconsistent. 60% win rate. It's true. Yeah, you need insane speeds or relentless sets or ally attacks. The epics are just a little bit inconsistent. The newts make it way more consistent. And even sometimes with 2 newts, if your team is like slow, you can't cycle through the abilities fast enough. You might need to shut off the newts A3 to make it more consistent. So just use them for the A1s. But you kind of have to mess around with it a little bit. How do you keep the red dot? So the way you get the red dot is you have to complete an event with a reward for the prism shard. So the reward, once you get the reward for the prism shard, like for example, if you clear like a sand devil tournament and the top reward is a prism shard, don't collect the prism shard in that event. Let the event expire. Let it expire. Okay. Or the other thing you could do, actually, you don't need to let it expire. Sorry, excuse me. You don't need to let it expire. The big thing you need to do is once the pool ends. Sorry, excuse me. Once the pool ends. So let's say you had 40. Actually, I'll just show you after this run. But once you have 40 and then the pool ends and then it just pulls your champion, it's going to show as a red dot in the bottom right hand corner. This Reaper is very helpful, by the way. Makes the run a lot better. So here, so if you show 40 here and then the pool ends, this 40 will turn to 0 and then you'll get a red dot here, this bottom right hand corner. And as long as you never click this tab, I haven't clicked this tab in like over a year and a half. I don't know how long now. I haven't clicked this tab in over a year. But as long as you don't click this tab, it'll just keep stacking up here at that point. When you want to release or use the banked up prism crystals, you have to click the red dot when the pool is active. The red dot will become the original champion that you saved or the original champion that was, pulled, auto pulled. And then once that champion comes out, this dot will be gone, and then you'll be able to summon all of these crystals in the pool that you desire. You have to do it when the pool is active. So you can't, you know how there's like a delay between the end of the pool and like the champion chase or something. You can't pull the red dot during that. So the pool has to be active for this to work. And yeah, so. Doing a trick now. I'm trying to save my prism shard and prism jewels from now on. I mean, I don't know how it really helps too many people. I just kind of do it for fun because I don't really need any of the champions that come in the pool. Like it would have been nice, like if it, like for me, like it had to be like a champion that is pretty exclusively good. Like it has to be like exclusive champion that's really good. Like if you told me Predator was going to be like top tier meta, like yeah, I would have gambled for Predator probably. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but like as that's probably my only chance to get him, right? Like I can't, like it's just my best chance for my shard, so I'd probably go for somebody like Predator. But keep in mind, like I've been saving for like over a year, right? So not many people will be able to hold on because it takes resources to acquire those shards, right? So think about it. I have 850 prism crystals. That's like 21 sacred shards. That's not many people can just say fuck 21 sacred shards, just let it chill, right? You know what I mean? Like, so you know, is probably not going to apply for a lot of people, right? And it takes resources to get those shards. It takes resources to get those prism crystals, right? So not a lot of people can kind of just let those resources do nothing for a while. So, but for me, I'm just kind of like, just mess around with it, see what happens, make a nice video out of it, you know. Content creator stuff. I definitely do stuff. Like I don't know if it's like maybe it's noticeable, but sometimes like I definitely have to do stuff as a content creator that I would not do usually. Like if I was, you know, like for example, like shard related stuff. Like I definitely pull way more shards than I need to for content because that's just the way it goes, right? A lot of times, like I don't want to pull shards. Like I can just do mystery shards. Like I was like, oh, I can just do mystery shards, no big deal. But you know, it's a good event. You pull some shards. You want to pull some shards. It's a good event. Whatever, participate. So that's kind of how it goes. But if you want to get like really sweaty about everything, then you know you probably have to grind all those mystery shards and grind all those broad malls and whatever. Like and sometimes I do that, right? Sometimes I do that. But if I have shards, then I'm just gonna spend it. That's the thing. Like I could easily have like 500 ancients, 500 void shards, but I also like to run it tight because there's no real point in holding these resources. But you could argue you can hold them to win events. Sure, yeah, that works. But I don't mind running them low. Harvest Jack, yes, he's good now. Yeah. Geomancer build. A Geo. I use my Geo very specifically for faction wars. Oh, basically just for faction wars. I was messing around with Ezio a little bit, but this is my Geomancer build for faction wars. Basically, there's a small percentage of the time where he's the last guy standing, and if he's the last man standing, this build will kill the boss. So that's kind of what I use him for. Didn't collect it, but after I had a few, it pulled, and I don't know why. And I don't know why it would do that. So I do the same thing on my alt account, and nothing has changed. So my alt account has like 800 prism shards. Nothing has changed. Actually, I had somebody tell me that they said that they thought all my shards pulled. They're like, oh, somebody told me that all your prism shards pulled and this system doesn't work anymore. And I was like, no, I have all my prism shards right here. I don't know why it auto pulled. So where would you recommend spending gems? Can you give 3 to 5 steps of where I should spend gems? I used 800 on scrolls on one hero. What should be my next move? So personally speaking, like spending 800 on your first hero, that's good because it's very hard for you to farm, you know, your own scrolls. After that, I, you know, open a gem mine. But you could argue opening a gem mine first, instead of the hero mastery. But I think the hero mastery, as long as you get a lot of benefit out of it, then it's fine. But gem mine for sure. After that, um, you could argue to open maybe some slots here, but I mean, it really depends. I don't really like this argument too much. You're not going to see too much value out of it for a long time. Like open up the sparring pit a little bit. Like for example, like I never really max these out. I just think, you know, it's not necessary. After that, gems pretty much go into things like energy. But I really like going for the energy pot, like thinking about the energy pot when you're like max energy, like 130. When you're at 130, then each energy pot is worth the full 130. So if you're buying energy and you only have like 100 cap, you're basically losing 30 energy every time you spend. Like you're not getting a discount on the price of that energy pot, right? Like you're spending a 40 gems on the pot, you're only getting 100 energy out of it. You're not getting a discount in gems, right? You're just losing 30 energy. So for me, like I spend it on energy. I spend it on tag team bags. You're probably not at the stage where you want to spend energy on gems on tag team bags, so that's probably not something you want to do. But yeah, you just save up your gems. That's it. You just save up your gems. Use the gems during events. Like I said, for energy, that's a big one. Some people say like spending them for shards, but I'm not a big fan of that, especially early on. You could probably like shard is just gambling, right? Unless you need to get the shard to clear an event that's going to get you something. Like if it's going to help you clear a fusion, then yes, do that. But generally speaking, converting gems into shards don't really give you better value than converting gems into energy and then grinding dungeons, for example. Like I feel like generally you get more out of it, like in terms of like tournament points or anything like that. But there is some situations where buying shards is better, but I definitely don't recommend it. So usually you just spend energy, like buy energy. Sorry. Hmm. Do you think tag team is more competitive after the quick battles? Yes, 100%. 100% more competitive. The point totals are higher because more people are getting involved. My defense is getting hit way more. Like this doesn't make sense because I'm the one man defense right now. But yeah, my defense is getting hit a lot more. But my defense also wins a lot more because people kind of just throw their keys into you, right? They just throw their, they throw your keys into your teams, sometimes without really checking, right? So extremely hard to save shards. Any advice? In the beginning, it is hard. It gets easier as you go on. I think it's unless you're hitting Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss, you probably still need to pull your shards relatively regularly so that you can build out your roster so that you can progress in the game, right? You can't just like for example, like if you're just hitting like like if you're just hitting Nightmare Clan Boss, there's very little point to saving shards because you're kind of actively slowing down your progress on your account by holding back pulls because you can't really replenish, like you can't really get shards effectively, right? You're grinding Nightmare, you're getting like 4 sacreds a month, like maybe less to be honest. And if you're holding back all those pulls, your account probably stagnates, right? What you want to do is probably pull during good events. Hopefully, you pull something, and then it pushes you into Ultra Nightmare, where you basically like double your shard farming rate, right, or whatever. I forgot the exact math, but you guys get what I mean, right? Um, so it's like the saving part. Like, yeah, you see a lot of like video content creator guys like got a lot of shards. Like some people spend money in the game, so they constantly have shards. And for me, for example, if you see me saving a lot of shards, it's because my account is very old. I don't need a lot of champions, right? I don't need a lot of champions, and my account won't stagnate for progress, right? Like if I get a champion, like my scores will go up higher, but it's not like I need those scores to hit the max chest, right? You know what I mean? At this point, it's kind of like a nice luxury for my account. But if you're like a progressing account, you definitely need to do pulls more regularly. I think I got my point across. Sorry, one sec. I can get +4 rotos. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's that important for me at this point. So I went to a chiropractor a couple months ago, and I swear the chiropractor busted up my spine, man. I wasn't too happy about that. It still hurts. Do I reach Platinum Arena? Hold on one sec. Yeah, I played the last time I grinded Platinum Arena was 3 years ago. So this was before Mythicals came into the game. I reached top 50 twice at that time. So the meta at that time was Taras Marichka. I didn't have Taras or Marichka, and I made it top 50 twice. So, and then after Mythicals came into the game, my account was just no good anymore. So, but I haven't grinded trying to reach plat in a long time. So. Schedule doesn't work, all that stuff. Endgame and slap regen gear on 5 new Legos. They can farm new Minotaur. How do you have so much coins? Could you share the secret? What coins? What are coins? What does coins mean? Sorry. Coins for what? Like tag team? Oh, silver. I mean, I just play the game. I play the game. You know, it's a lot easier to save silver now because it doesn't cost silver to move gear. So that was a big thing. I find that I was I was probably saving more silver than most people because the builds that I build champions in were kind of like builds that I use in all content. So I don't really swap gear around very often. Um, but nowadays, it doesn't cost silver to change gear. So I think a lot of people are starting to save silver now. And I've been doing this for years. So think about that, right? You can't really just get silver overnight. That's the thing. You have to do it for a long time. Like even if you wanted, like if somebody said, "Hey, I want 1 billion silver," like it's gonna take you some time to get, right? So for me, like I've been grinding this game for a long time. I have like kind of weird habits in this game that has allowed me to accumulate a lot of silver over time. This account is content, like has content creator perks, so I get additional resources from Plarium. So I don't spend money in the game, but I do get additional resources, and those resources do translate into some silver. But you know, my second account, which is also free to play, has over 1 billion silver as well, right? So, and I've been over 1 billion silver before I was a content creator. So people like to discredit me, saying that my content creator perks give me all my silver. I'm like, well, I had over 1 billion silver before I was a content creator. So yeah, there's that. Um, the secret, I mean, there's no real secret. It's like forge, play the game, you know, do your gear cleanses, be thoughtful with what you're leveling up. You can't just level up whatever, right? You can't just 16 whatever. Um, that's about it. I mean, there's not really too much to it. Like people say farm silver in spider. Like I never did that. I never did spider just for silver. I never had a problem with silver. Like after my first year, I had 100 million, never looked back. Like never had a problem. So obviously you have a problem in the first like 3 months of the game, like back in the day. But yeah, for me, after the first year, never had a problem. So I don't know. Play the game. 71,000. First I'm at that point where I have no non-void Lego champ that would change my account. The only thing is looking for duplicates for faction guard. Yeah, like I'm kind of in that spot too, right? Like for faction guardians, like I'm almost I don't know. I'm starting to look at empowering champions now, which is kind of interesting. I never thought I would be in that spot, but I need this. I need the final champion for Night Revs. Like you know, Sylvan Watchers. I only have 4, so this would be helpful. What else? Ogren tribes. I only have 4. Banner Lords. This has been a struggle. But everything else, like they're 10s already, right? Like I'm there. So I'm kind of looking for like very specific champions, non-void champions, very specific. Firo is a big one. Firo would actually make it into some teams. Like Firo would make me think about definitely switching up some of my teams. He'll definitely get into some teams and make them better. So he would be one. Non-voids. Vestil is awesome. I love this champion. She looks amazing. She performs quite well. And she would be very fun to play with. Sylvan Watchers as well. But she's not gonna change my account. That's the thing. She's not gonna push like my faction wars is already done for Sylvan Watchers. But she would just be a very fun champion. For Shadowkin, there's nothing here. Dwarves, honestly, nothing. I mean, Senna would definitely change some stuff, but she's a void champion. Night Revs. Nope. Night Revs, nothing. Nothing I want here. Non-voids, really nothing. Nothing. Undead, nothing. After I get Morgaine from the Fusion Exchange, I would have all the non-voids already for Undead. Demon Spawn, I guess Volcanos, but Volcanos is gonna suck now after a Mercurial set. Nothing. Orcs, nothing. We're talking non-voids, right? Non-voids, so nothing. Skins, nothing. Lizards, Teox will be fun. I have Teox on my alt account. He's incredibly strong. I have him 6 stars. Otherwise, nothing. Ogren tribes, I'm missing quite a bit actually. Ogren tribes, nothing. Barbarians, honestly, nothing, man. Sacred Order, Malt's pretty good, but I'll get her eventually. I skip Basim. Like Basim's not like I just like forget it. I don't care. I don't want this guy. Fina, I guess, would change some things if I get her, I guess. And then Bannerlords. Nothing. Non-voids is very thin, guys. For me, for the organized, it would be interesting. She would be really good. She might actually make it into some teams. Like I would probably build her out and use her. I tried him. He's okay. He's interesting, but he's not going to be top tier for anything. This guy is top tier. This guy is top. But yeah. Uko and meta, at least for Siege. Yeah, Uko can definitely be good. He's probably getting a little bit of an extra look nowadays because, first of all, AoE A1, and then multi-hit AoE on the A2. And then revive with the block damage as well. It's pretty nice. CC extra resources. You get gems, you get energy, you get books, a little bit of silver, you get chickens. Your thoughts on Quintus? Just got him from Live Arena. Quintus is decent. Yeah, he can do some good damage for Hydra. He's decent for Arena if you get him in the right spot because he does ignore passives, I think. But you know, he's kind of a squishy damage dealer, right? So there's a lot of squishy damage dealers out there, so might not be the right guy for you. Hero is the goat. Yeah, sure is. Damn guy. Damn Christmas tree, man. Geomancer. If only you could get Predator. Yeah, it's okay. It is what it is. Ogren tries the most lackluster faction. Yeah, I think it's hard to market them as well because they're like ugly characters, and it's like, why do I want this ugly batch of characters? Or maybe they know. Maybe they have analytics that show that Ogrins was probably like the worst performing champion in terms of like sales or something. Like maybe they know. They're like, oh, we can't keep selling Ogren tribe characters because nobody buys them. So maybe that's why. You know, instead they got to make more sexy characters, or they got to make more muscular characters, or whatever. I don't know. You know, they probably have some analytics showing that, you know, fat, dirty cave people are probably not going to perform well. I don't know. I'm sorry. uh, add Shrek. Yeah. Volcano sucks now. There you go. Oh, sorry. Volcano sucks now. Sorry, I don't know. I just assume because with Mercurial, does Volcano still is Volcano still relevant? Sorry, I didn't want to say he sucks because he clearly doesn't suck. It's just the meta, right? Come on, come on. No. All right, here we go. I'm gonna kill some of these guys. There you go. Boom. This wave is super annoying, and this wave shows up a lot. This Jinwan plus this stupid faction guardian Shadowkin guy. Oh dang, she gonna die? There we go. Perfect. What are your Hydra teams? I have a Titus team. I have a Trunda team, and I have a team with Tross and Crocad. I can show you after, but the big thing holding me back, I think, first of all, is time. Time's holding me back. Second thing is probably Yumiko. I don't have Yumiko. Without Yumiko, you can't hit those kind of stratosphere numbers, right? But guess I should kill the ads, maybe. I don't know. This fight should be pretty straightforward. Once the ads die, decrease speed. Hatter's so good. Look at this. So good. Love the Hatter. Oh no. Killed my bro. Come back, bro. I need you. Actually, he's really good too. What's his name? Oh my god, I forgot his name. I'm so bad. This guy. The Monster Hunter guy. Somebody help. I forgot his name. Let me look it up. I forgot his name. Dark Elf. Oh, he's Night Rev. Night Revenant. What the heck is his name? Oh, here we go. Alatreon. Alatreon. Yeah, it's so good. Thank you. Thank you. Are you drinking moonshine in the morning? No, it's just water. Just water. I can't run the coffee machine. I drink a lot of coffee, but I can't run the coffee machine because everybody's sleeping. So it's 6 a.m. for me right now. Shrek collab? No. Moto the Peel. When is the next sequel? Retire Shadow Legends? Nice. You have so many Lego books. Are they because of CG perks too, or just good grinding? My other account has 120 legendary books. So this account definitely acquired a lot of legendary books, but at a certain point in your account, you just don't use that much legendary books anymore. At least for me, from what the way I play, I guess, because I don't acquire champions fast enough that require legendary books. So as long as you're like somewhat a little bit thoughtful with legendary books, you're not going to go through all of them once you enter the late game. So what I mean by that is basically like have all your teams kind of situated where you're not like tinkering, where basically like where every pull that you pull doesn't upgrade your teams. Once that happens, you're not going to be building that many champions that quickly. And then you're just going to start stacking those books. You know what I mean? So like on average, if you just farm Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss, you're getting like 10 or 12 a month. And that doesn't include anything you get from events. So I would say you probably get like, if you're farming everything at the end, like end game level, you're getting like 15 books a month. And I don't think I make one champion a month, like to be honest, like at this point. So I just save books. Like, yes, I get books from CC perks, but I also build champions I wouldn't build if I wasn't building them for content too. So it does help. It does help, but you know, a lot of time I just save them up too. You don't use Yumiko? So last year? Okay, then I need to improve some of my teams then. I don't know. Maybe it's just time to manual or find right RNG. But I find Yumiko is like kind of like a cheat code to getting the big numbers. Dwarves, similar situation. It'd probably take me manual. Show the Hydra teams here. Oh, we still have 1 day left. We're winning our thing. I didn't do too well this week. Kind of just threw the keys in, but it's my this is my nightmare team. My best damage was almost 15 billion. So this week definitely did not perform very well, but I just don't have time to fish for a better RNG. So I had to get it done a little bit earlier. But this is my tightest team on Nightmare. Brutal team, you know, Trunda team. My best was like 3.5, maybe 4. So again, not the best RNG for me, but I had to call it in. Yeah, this is my Trunda team. This can be improved. To be honest, this is very old. This team is very old. It can be improved. And then this is my hard team. So these are the best damage dealers on my account outside of those two. Crocat is insane. Taras probably could be replaced. Probably, maybe. I'm thinking maybe like something like Ninja Mikage might outdamage Taras, maybe. But I use Mikage for this team, so you know, can't really spare her out. So that's why it's like this. Do you still boozer it up some weekends? Do you think the Wixwell team's gonna do high damage and a lot of trials? If it helps, I have Senna, Fiero, Androck, Galthier. I prefer to run my tightest teams because they're consistent. They don't get the maximum trials, but they do pretty okay. Like they can do 13 trials, maybe up to 16 if you have certain things. Like if you have the lens, I think if you have the lens, you can do 16. But it really depends what trials they hit on that week, right? Like if you're getting mythical mats and the 4-star basalt, the tightest team can definitely do it, right? Like I've had some weeks where I gotten like 18 mythical mats with the 4-star basalt and doing a tightest team. Like you can definitely do it. A man Jaglan. Thank you so much for the donation. Appreciate that very much. Can you show your clan boss team and go through how it's set up? Okay, sounds good. I can do that for you. You in Cali? I don't want to disclose where I am, but I am on the west coast of North America. Clan boss team. So this is my clan boss team. I'll show you exactly what happens. You in a call? No, that's just my alarm. You guys should see what's on my phone in terms of my alarm. I have like 10 alarms to wake me up because I can't wake up. What collaboration do you hope to see in the future? I don't know. I like these collaborations, but at the same time, like I want to play Raid, right? You know what I mean? Like I don't want to play like I don't know. Like I feel like I'm playing like just Ninja Turtles. You know what I mean? Like it's just like a game around the Ninja Turtles. Because I do like I enjoy using the Turtles team, so I use them quite a bit or any opportunity. But I do feel like is this Raid? Like what game am I playing here? Like I'm playing like a Ninja Turtles game, you know? Um, so they can kind of maybe take it easy on the collabs, but I don't mind them. They're exciting. I think you're asking if I get up on the weekends, and yes, I do. I still get up quite early on the weekends, just to get the Raid Shadow Legend stuff done. Use Whisper instead of Theodore. Yeah, I mean that's probably better. Theodore's not really doing much, to be honest. Pitching a little bit of damage, decrease speed. I just don't have like a better champion. Like before, I was using like Georgian, and he kind of like fell over too quickly. First form not fully booked. Way to save books. Well, Cassandra, starter player, is it worth building for a new player? She needs good gear. I found that she doesn't do very well with bad gear, so she's mostly a single target boss killer. If you don't have the gear, like even with the gear, I wouldn't take her into waves. So I don't think she's a good generalist champion. So maybe not. Maybe look elsewhere. Hatter has a hex. I think, yeah, Hatter has hex. So hex gives him big damage. Okay, so the team set up for this. So Wixwell is in uh just my protection. He's in 9-piece protection. You don't need that for him. It really depends on your gear. So I have three extenders here and a reset champion. So Renegade's a reset champion, and she's also the rare on the team to basically give me the quest. Right, there's an advanced quest for the rares. You can put there's a couple rares here that would work. Valerie works. Hellborn Sprite would work. But the big thing here is just basically getting enough of this A2 to build up the shield early before the clan boss starts doing crazy amounts of damage. So getting Wixwell more opportunities to use the A2 is ideal. So having a reset champion helps, or having a refresh set. So refreshing sets like Merciless, Reflex, Impulse will help. Don't use Relentless because you don't want to take extra turns, because using extra turns means you burn through the buffs. You don't want to do that. So that's very important. So just showing you the stats here. I don't have any bonus, like these are with the clan boss bonuses. I don't have too many clan boss bonuses. And these are just basically the gear sets that I use for my other content too. So I never sub them out. So Mikage, I'm pretty sure outruns all the buffs. That's probably what's happening. And that's why like my team doesn't work like properly, but I don't really care. Like I cleared 1 billion, 2 billion. I just click a button and it's done. But yeah, they basically just use the same kind of gear as my other content. So sorry, just show you the presets again, just in case. Turn off the A2, you don't need it. You just use you turn off the A3, just use the A2. And then Renegade, you just prioritize the reset ability. But again, you can use Valerie, Hellborn Sprite, they're all pretty good. Hatter, just prioritize the extension, just make sure it runs good. As long as it's extended, it looks good. There's a couple nuances, right? Like if your shield's breaking early, that means you're not growing it fast enough. There's a couple reasons why that would happen. Like you're taking too much damage, you're not having enough buffs. He's not doing his A2 fast enough, Wixwell, I mean. So there's a couple things that could go wrong there. I'll show you the builds here. So Hatter's in the shield set. It's very hard to hit these stats with the shield set. Like he's also the crit damage target for my Hydra team. So yeah, it's very difficult, and he needs accuracy as well. So he is that. Where is Wixwell? Wixwell is in 9-piece protection. Again, these stats are very hard to hit because he's in this kind of build for a Chimera. He's defense tuned with my Titus. He's fast. He has resistance for Chimera, and he has accuracy for Chimera. You don't need these crazy stats for a clan boss if that's your target. Here's my Titus. He's in 6-piece Merciless with Zeal. This is the best damage set combination for Titus. No crit rate needed. Defense tuned against my Wixwell, and then 405 crit damage tuned against my Mad Hatter. He needs resistance against Chimera. And then this is my Renegade. So you guys can kind of see, like, the clan boss stuff is kind of a joke. Like once you have Wixwell, it's kind of a joke. You can just use whatever trash. You joined the Void tournament, epics only. Yeah, they asked me to play that tournament. I just couldn't. The scheduling just didn't work because they were starting the tournament. I'm at work, so it's like lunchtime at work. I can't play. I just couldn't play, like just scheduling wise. I don't know if you guys know, but I do a 9 to 5. Like I'm a regular office working person, and I do content creation on the side. So some of you guys might not know that. Some of you guys might think I just play Raid full time, but I actually don't. So Would you join? Yeah, I would. It just depends on scheduling. But those are fun. And it's fun to see those guys play. The collabs are a bit of a wall. Seriously, Predator is fucking has a fucking spaceship. Yeah, you have to suspend your belief. Yeah, Palace is really good. She's really good. I like her. 3 shield sets because my gear isn't good enough. Yeah, if you run multiple shield sets, you're just gonna start with a bigger shield. So, have you ever done the twins with block damage, unkillable comp? Yes, I did. I ran Helicath for a long time. And on my other account, I run a Emic build, unkillable. Um, the twins does ignore unkillable, but only in one attack. I think he ignores it. So Titus 8k defense, he will tank the Viper just fine. Hey Daba, how are you? I can't ramp up the shields with Wixwell. So if you can't with Wixwell, that means you need probably like a reflex impulse setup. Reflex would help because reflex will refresh your A2 a little bit more frequently. Um, obviously take cycle of magic and stuff like that. Have your presets. Presets are important too, right? So make sure for your presets for Wixwell, start with the A3, start with all the buffs, and then turn it off. You have to turn it off so that you don't refresh. So your refresh procs don't refresh this ability. So you don't use this ability, first of all, and then your refresh doesn't refresh this ability. So use it once, turn it off, and then you just leave the A2 open. So when you refresh procs, it always refreshes the A2. Or not refresh, but reduces the cooldown or whatever. What else? I think that's about it. I don't know. There's a bunch of nuances. There's, definitely a lot to talk about. My account right now can only produce a renegade like yours. I'm 2.5 months into the game. Yeah, I mean the renegade it's honestly just built to have it was previously in a shield set. You can kind of see here there's like 3 shield set pieces here. That's probably why the thing is probably falling apart. Where's my last? I just need to throw a shield on her. Sure. I guess that works. Doesn't matter. But you can kind of see here, she was just kind of in here just for the extra HP, for the extra shield. That's kind of it. She's slow, so she'll never outrun her own buffs. And yeah, so she's just here for the reset. And she's just here to be a rare. And then with the shield set, no accuracy needed. She's just here to help boost up the starting shield a little bit. If Titus built correctly, he has no HP. The Howling Guardian Relic on Mikage stops Viper from killing Titus. Howling Guardian Relic on Mikage. Howling Guardian. Where's Howling Guardian? Yeah, what was I doing? There we go. I actually don't know what Howling Guardian is. Oh, this one? Decrease the damage the most injured ally receives from bosses by 5%. Where it receives that damage instead. You put it on Mikage. Decrease the damage the most injured ally receives from bosses by 5%. Is this just to maximize his damage, I guess? What should be the first fusion using fusion tokens one should go after saving 3 tokens? Fairly new account. If you have a brand new account, I would say Newt. Newt's very strong in all content. So he can help you for bosses. He can help you for waves. He's going to help you in the hardest dungeons. But he won't be there for you at the very end for some of that content. But I would say, generally speaking, you can't really go wrong with going for Newt. I would actually, we're going to have a look at that right now. But I would say he's generally definitely one of the best. So it would be this guy. Sorry, this green dwarf. The other one that's actually really good is actually Wixwell, the old man. So the old man's gonna give you the Ultra Nightmare, um, top chest, top difficulty very easily, very low gear requirements, but you do need, some gear and you do need some correct champions. But he's gonna give you access a lot easier. He's gonna give you some access. It's gonna be good in some bosses as well. Um, and if you ever pull Titus to go with the old man, then Titus is going to elevate all your damage output in the big boss fights. So it's kind of a toss up between Wixwell and Newt, to be honest. These two are really strong. And then the last one would be Fabian. Fabian, Newt, and Wixwell are my top three. They do different things. So it really depends on what your account looks like at that point, right? Fabian's more of a arena champion, but he's also very good for waves. Exceptional for waves, but he's no good against bosses. So that'll be my choice. But it really would depend what your account looks like at that stage. 3 fusions is very difficult. It'll take you a long time to clear because you have to clear 3 and then you have to clear 4. The 4th one is the swap one, right? Let's do some live arena. We got to do some stuff anyways. Just give me a sec here. Correct all these champions. Trunda, budget Trunda team. I mean, Trunda's going to do a lot of damage for you. But as a new player, like you definitely don't have, all the pieces you need to build a really strong Trunda team. So, obviously give Trunda your best damage gear, ignore defense, savage, gear, lethal gear. Anything you have, instinct gear. Like if you paid for a forge pass, then instinct gear would be pretty good. So any kind of damage gear on her. You're gonna use her in waves and stuff. A little bit of accuracy, so then she can land HP burn, help you get through some content there, stuns and stuff. And then I think at that point, like you can just bring her into like Hydra, normal. She'll do some decent work for you. But building a team around her at this stage in the game, like so early, it's just probably not worth the time investment because you're not going to get a lot out of it. Do you think I should go for Shayak first since I have Crowcad? Honestly, I'm not sure. Like it really depends on your account. I don't think so. Like if your account is that deep, right? Like if you're considering Shayak's what? He's number 2 tier. Uh, Interesting. I'm probably gonna ban Marichka. Need one more DPS. Chicken could work. Not a huge fan of chicken here. Gear. I'm gonna ban Marichka. He's got no CC, but I don't mind this team. I should go first. Yep. Oh, we froze the Elva. That's a bit of a surprise. We have block damage. Yeah, we should be okay. Okay, let's transform. Yeah, I don't want to fear myself just in case they have a wand. I don't have stone skin anymore. Enfeebled. How much can we kill? Oh, we almost killed everybody. All right, there we go. Do you think a Soulstone Deck of Fate will happen during the CVC or is it too late? It's probably too late. I'm just looking at the calendar one more time. Yeah, there's nothing. It's really weird, but it's a weird situation because there's no events, right? There's literally nothing happening. Like tomorrow, and then there's a tag team thing right now. It's literally nothing. So it's a kind of a weird spot. But sorry guys, let's do some live arena here for a little bit. Regarding Wixwell, I do that with A3. I have 2 buff extender, but maybe he is too slow. I like Wixwell being at the front in terms of speed. So he has to be one of the fastest, if not the fastest. And I think the run goes a lot smoother that way. Because he's gonna place the buffs and then he'll be the first up and then he'll place the extension. This is the tough spot where he picks my Fabian first. So I have to switch up my strategy a little bit here. Once he does this. So usually I pick a champion that can't be locked out. It's usually Empress. And then usually they take Marius, which kind of sucks. So then I have to take the AoE protection with the block damage. And then I'll probably take Carnage, which again is a mythical champion versus the Fabian. And then my last pick will probably be somebody like Donatello, just to protect our team a little bit. It could be Fabian. Sorry, it could be Arman. Sorry. Could be, Cleanser, Freya. That's about it. I find Freya and Donatello work okay against Predator. Like, if he's not paying attention, like, the passives could save me from his block revive. How many CVC points do I have? I don't know. Maybe like 50. Arima's still good? Not really. No, she gets played around quite a bit. She's not like she doesn't hit hard enough. So that's a big problem. First big problem. So she's more of a defensive. Like her passive doesn't get any value unless you get hit. So she's probably like a go set, more of a slower champion, right? Not really a go first. Like if you want to go first champion, you need a champion to hit really hard right away. But maybe Harima shows up again because teams are slowing down a little bit. How do you counter Commodus, Gizmat, Nell? Some pretty nuts champions. This is an interesting crop of stuff. Sure, let's go for Donnie here. I don't mind this group. I don't mind this group. I mean, you don't really see Toshiro like ever, right? So it's, and the UDK seems kind of off. No, I don't think that kind of Harima would work, to be honest. Carnage dies. I don't know. Might lose a lot of guys here. Okay, magma shield saved me. And now block damage will save me. So block damage is going to save some of these guys, I think. Oh, we have Donatel's passive too. So you can't one-shot our guys. Oh, that's it. He's done. Dead. Yeah, counter Commodus. I mean, what I use to counter Commodus is basically Neve for block damage. That's really tough for him, like Commodus, to deal with. After that is just getting the fast block debuffs out. For Gizmat, I used to use Sulfurion a lot, but Sulfurion really sucks in this meta against Mercurial. For Gizmat, you know, maybe hit. I don't really do much to counter him, to be honest. Nell's tough. You just don't bring too many buffs. Everyone wants to argue with me about Shredder, and he's 10x better than Harima. I have both before y'all start. That's funny. I mean, I played with Shredder. I play tested him. I thought he was fine. I was like, he hits pretty good, you know. But mine was like maxed out and stuff, and people were saying like, oh, of course he's gonna be good if he's maxed out. And I'm like, well, you kind of have to bring maxed out champions sometimes to test them out. But I don't know. I thought he was all right, but I think he does require a little bit. Like he needs to get hit right to get the veil on. Which is a little bit counterintuitive, right? So if you want him just he's like, I just need you to hit hard. And he's like, but you know, but getting hit is kind of counterintuitive. I don't know. Is it worth even going for Shaik when I already got around 2 billion clash points and I'm currently looking to progress in Chimera difficulty? No, if that's the case, then no, right? Then you already know what you need to do. And then Shy, like going for Crocat is definitely not going to help you there. Um, See, like even like against this, I still like Carnage. I don't know. I like Carnage against these two. Obviously, Nice is probably gonna get banned here, but I still like Carnage here too. No, I don't want to play LA on your account. I just do like the minimum, man. I barely made it. I got the 1320 yesterday, and then it. All right, so I think this is gonna be a pretty bad time here. Yeah, let's go for Donnie. And we'll ban Nice. So I had to deal with this Laz, a 6-star Laz. It's gonna be tough. 6-star Laz, and we're locked out. And he has block damage. And he has protection against the Hilvy. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Lost our lockout. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, there's like 2 minutes left. So you got like one fight left for the season. The season's ending. Crixia, the fact that she has the resistance stuff is pretty nasty for Crixia, or ignore resistance. I mean, most mythicals have that, but it's pretty nasty. Protected block debuffs. It's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Can't really do anything. Cannot really do anything. I need to one-shot her, and there we go. Okay. We got something. We got something. Something going on. Oh, Donnie saved them. Now we're probably gonna lose a bunch of guys here if he transforms. He's gotta be careful because we can like just snipe his Lazarus, and then that's gonna be end of the fight. So he's gotta be careful here. Oh baby, now we can land the block debuff stuff. No help. Everybody has block damage. No help. Oh, nice. Took that off. Gears. She's pretty easy to build. Just build her quick. Just build her quick. Sheep. Interesting. Okay. Kind of interesting. You built with the sheep and stuff. Damn it. Oh, look at this. Look at those relentless procs. We just have to avoid this Neve in the middle here. So we can block revive this Marichka. And here we go. Without Marichka to protect her, basically done. I guess we'll use a block damage here. Try to kill. There we go. I wasn't sure the turn order. I wasn't sure the position order of where Neve was when he drafted Neve. Because if Neve was drafted before Laz, then Neve could have protected him with the block damage. But I figured we'd take the risk there. I think we had it. Oh no, it changed. Leonardo super slow with his counterattack block damage. He can clear whole team solo. Yeah, Leonardo can be pretty nasty. He can be pretty nasty. So many champs useless. Cavalax bombers. Fabian. I think Fabian's still pretty good because he has a lockout. Fabian, I would say, survived or is able to still be great. How fast, how much accuracy do you have on your Hilvi? My Hilvi is pretty strong. I fully committed on her and stuff. So she's in an arena build here. She's a 9-piece Mercurial. She has the refreshing stacks, and then she has 570 accuracy, 383 speed. I guess I could make her. I haven't updated. I built this on the second month, so I haven't really updated her. I haven't like, for example, like all my Mercurial gear I didn't roll up yet. So like there's a ton of Mercurial gear here I haven't gone through. So he probably has room to go. Definitely room to go. I probably can hit 400. Maybe I hit 400 here. Let's see. Where's his helm? I rolled a quad helm. It's kind of nice. Accuracy as well. I mean, this could be an upgrade for her. 23. Yeah, I mean, this is an upgrade. Unfortunately, just a 5-star, but pretty nice speed boost here. HP, good substats too. So this is a fresh helm I rolled up recently. Come on. 3, 4. All right, we'll take it. So it got +5 speed, but then you lose 22 accuracy. There's not actually like a huge upgrade versus this 6-star epic with only a double roll. It's crazy, eh? Yeah, plans to make vids about the Argonite champs. Yeah, actually, I have a video coming out today about the Argonite champions. Um, Probably a fun one. It's more of a fun one, I think. Nothing too serious, but I was just kind of poking around with a bunch of Argonites. I think it's fun. Is your Carnage geared, or are they just that much faster? My Carnage is geared for sure. Glacea, yeah, actually, Glacea is my next champion that I'm going to build out. It's kind of to counter Armans a little bit. So that's kind of where I'm thinking with that. Yeah, actually, so we found a little upgrade, so that's kind of nice. I was gonna do this off camera since it takes more time, but yeah, we can take a look now. 19 speed, 19 speed. Like, this is just a double, but it's beating like these triple rolls on the 5 stars. The 5-star gear just doesn't last very long. Double speed. This one's a quad, like this is a quad speed chest, right? So I have 2 quad speed Mercurials pieces already. So you can kind of see they're both reworks. You see the little gear here. That means they've been reworked. That means they've been reworked, right? So yeah, so counter Armans. Sorry, Fabian. Sorry, so, yeah, Fabian, not Armans. But both these pieces have been reworked. So this is what I've been saving my ores for. The new Mercurial set, right? No good gloves. I mean, we could use like this is a triple 19. This I have a double 16. That's the fastest glove I have. Otherwise, so the glove's gonna be a bad spot for me for a little while. Don't have any good gloves. Chest hard to replace this, even though it's an accurate attack chest. You know, I'm just doing it for the speed. I could give up like 10 speed and then pick up more accuracy. Um, like for example, this one 23 speed drop for accuracy. Quite a bit, right? Yeah. And then this banner has no rolls, so but at least it's accuracy. So I got lucky with the accuracy, but no rolls into the speed. So, and I don't have any other banners, so we'll have to deal with this for now. But yeah, 388 with 550 accuracy. I mean, it's okay. Yeah, it's good. It's good. And I got this crazy relic on her, which is insane. This is like one of the best relics in the game. So really lucky to get this. Is there a way to change main stat but not substat? No, there's no way. It's just RNG. And he'll be a Gizmat 9-piece Mercurial. Nice. Would you go 9-piece Mercurial without accuracy banner? Yes. Yes, I would. Honestly, her this ability is actually not that strong. This ability is not that strong because first of all, you have to like this doesn't work against Mercurial. First of all, this doesn't work against Mercurial. Second of all, against Stone Skin, it's a coin flip. It's a coin flip against Stone Skin, and then you have to go against Lightning Cage. So the chance of you actually full stripping an enemy team is very low. It's very low. So the strip ability is just not in the same league as somebody like Fabian, uh, especially in the current meta. So this ability is actually not that great. So going all in on accuracy just to push this ability is not worth it. To be honest, it's not worth it. You want her for her revive. Her revive is really strong, and obviously her passive is pretty cool too, right? So, but you're not going to get a lot of freezes from this. You're not going to strip the whole team, right? Very often. But it's good against like certain teams. Like some teams, when they run out all the buffs and stuff, then this can be really strong. Oh, Fabian. Yeah, Fabian is one of my best champs, right? My key champions. So he's just in super fast, my fastest gear, and he's good accuracy. 640, I mean, it's good enough. He's in temporal stagnator. He's got a bunch of these fun gems in them. Increase accuracy when trying to reduce, increase cooldown. That's kind of nice. And an increased speed when they're all feared and stuff. It's kind of nice too. Stagnator, it's okay. It's not the best. Banner, just because he's my speed champion, and then accuracy, tier 6 accuracy. Yeah, that's it. But just fast gear. He's not in any specific set. If I put him in any set, he loses speed, and I just want him to go fast. So that's pretty much it. We're gonna go for the five win chest, and then we'll be done with live arena. Account takeover for the last 2 Marius missions. That sounds like pain, dude. Solo Fire Knight 20 teams. I'm not sure. I haven't really thought about it. No supersonic on Fabian. I do have supersonic. I have good supersonic gear, but I just use Fabian for my fastest champion. So I don't even. I intend to go first, and that's it. If I don't go first, if you take a turn, then I lose. So yeah, we're gonna change the strategy here. I feel like right now for me, like I need to get one of these 2 champions in the fight, Fabian or Hilvi. If I don't get either of these, then it's gonna be really tough. At least that's what I find. But I find that most people have better champions than what I have. Like I feel like where I play, like they don't need Hilvi, they don't need Fabian. They just have better champions or different champions. I can show Wukong in a bit. I don't know. I like Carnage. Carnage seems fun. He's a very good champion. As long as they don't have block debuffs. Like last fight, we had to fight somebody with protected block debuffs, and that was like less fun. But as long as they don't have block debuffs, like Carnage is an absolute menace. He's a menace, man. Yeah, yeah. My gear is good. I've been playing for a long time, right? Like, and for somebody I don't spend in the game, so you'll see people with better gear, but they've also spent like thousands of dollars farming like energy and stuff. So for me, it's like my gear is fine for a player that doesn't spend money on energy. Um, this is an interesting combination here. I'm going to ban Fabian, and our last pick will be. I would have liked Donatello, but we'll take the cleanser. Cleanser block debuffs, and she's a Termir booster too. Interesting. Interesting. So Freya will protect Empress. She goes first. That's okay. It's not going to connect with anybody. Oh, it connects with Donnie as a fast Donatello. Okay. Stormcaller, pretty nasty, eh? Stormcaller, pretty nasty. All right, we got some removals. That's kind of nice. Good to get some pretty quick kills here, perhaps. I don't want to fear myself, so I'm not going to do that. I kind of want to go for the quick kill here with the A1. Shit. Something protected him. I think I need to block damage here. Big shields. Big heal. Okay, so now we're protected against the oh, we got stripped. That sucks. Nah, nah, nah. No, no, no. No, no, no. Can't just go killing everybody. I have Carnage, but I don't have any soul for him. Still clearing Centranos, hoping I get at least 4-star on him. Yeah, it just takes time. I mean, it took. Yeah, it just takes time. Centranos been in the game for like what, 2 years now, right? Bit over 2 years. So I just got my 6-star for him. It takes a while. Hey, Mercurial, can see myself playing LA less and less due to it. Yeah, it's definitely not fun. It's it slows down the game a lot. Um, but it's a meta changer. And the good thing is that everybody farms Mercurial at, you know, everybody farms Mercurial, right? Because everyone can, everyone, unless you're like just started the game, you should be trying to work on clearing hard Grim Forest. And it seems like more people are able to farm normal and hard Grim Forest. So everyone gets the gear, right? So everyone kind of gets the gear at the same rate. So that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, for example, like the hyper whales, like they won't have more mercurial gear than, like a late game player that is also able to farm hard Grim Forest. The only way you can get more gear is like with ores, right? Ores, you can just ore them so you get more chances at something better. So they might have more ores, but that's about it. So you took the block damage guy. I still like my block damage guy. I don't know. Probably gonna ban Fabian still. Should probably take the horse here. It's a good chance to take the horse. I don't know. I still like the block damage guy. I don't know. I still like him. It forces him to use the chicken. And I'm kind of playing into it. Both of these champions are good against Neve, but I still like Neve here. Mm, this is a little bit worse, I guess. He still bans. He bans Neve. Okay. I mean, he has the counter against him, right? He has the chicken. Yeah, I stripped nobody. You see that? 50% against stone skin, and then probably a bunch of lightning cages, right? Oh, no lightning cages. So I coin flipped 4 times and I missed all of them. So it feels pretty bad. Didn't kill anybody. That sucks. I think this should kill everybody. Unless they got like Swift Parry or something. No, there we go. Bro, you got 2 quad speed rolls already. I know. I don't know what to say, man. So lucky. No gear. That sucks. Why am I getting all these notifications? I think I went 10 and 0. See, look. Oh, actually, I did go 10 and 0. Look at this. Look at this, guys. You guys are bear witness that I'm not washed up and I still know how to play this game. But I went 10 and 0 here. Pretty good. Grim Forest reset. Oh yeah, it did. Oh, sweet. Okay. I guess we can do some of that. Grim Forest just, I don't know. Honestly, it's like nothing content for me most of the time. Like you guys, I don't know if you guys saw the video where I did I got the badge for the boss fight. You know which badge I'm talking about. The Grim Forest Conqueror. So I got this. And that's probably the hardest part in Grim Forest. Everything else is just gonna be, it's just time task at this point for me, right? Anyways, we can jump in. Let's take a look. Is our deck created already? Oh, we need to set it? Okay, so we need to set up our deck. Okay. Honestly, nothing needs to be changed. Did I get a new champion that I want to use? I don't know. Like I understand that like new players will have a hard time with this because their rosters is just not large enough. But honestly, the Grim Forest, like the content entry level is not that bad. It's way easier than a lot of different areas in this game. So fuck it. I'm just gonna go in. It's plenty fine. I will go north. Okay. So like the way I do it is I just pick my best damage dealers and I just run in and then they just blow stuff up. That's what we'll do. Who is my hero reduction? I don't run a hero reduction. But I do have one hero reduction champion and it's gonna be Mashald. Mashald's amazing for that fight. But if I don't get Mashald, I still enter the fight anyways. So I like I said, I overpowered the content quite a bit. And if I'm overpowering it, you know that the big whales, they are crushing this content like without even thinking. So yeah, Morgane's good. Yeah, Morgane's good. Honestly, Lemonisi is solid. Lemonisi, the free champion, she's good. So if you have her, you have no real issues. Ambush. Make sure you guys spend all your coins every rotation. That's the big thing because if you guys don't spend the coins, then they're gone. So make sure you even buy like the curios and stuff. Make sure you guys buy the curios up. So what I usually do is I usually save the energy levels. So if you run into levels that give you energy, I usually save them until you need to use the energy for an event. They help out a little bit. Like it's not a crazy amount of energy, but they do help a little bit. So that's one way you guys can stretch your energy a little bit. Normal with just a starter team. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Use Mashal, Loomis, Annie. Yeah. Mashal is very good. He's very good. In this content, he's very good. He's good against the waves. He gives you leech, heal reduction, does a little bit of damage. It's very good. Pinthroy, yeah, sounds good. Yeah. Predator. There was a couple Predator 10Xs, but how to get 40k gems. I get content creator perks on this account. So and just playing super efficiently, I'm able to save all my gems by doing stuff. So my gems pile up. On my alt account, I have about 6k gems right now. So just chilling out. These are pretty bad stats, but we'll go for the speed. I mean, the goal is always to conserve as much resources as you can every time. So whenever I do fusions and stuff, my goal is to never spend like try not to spend gems. CBC, same thing. I try not to spend gems, but obviously for CBC, you guys spend a little bit. So my gem spending is generally low. So I managed to save quite a bit. How much resistance do you need for PvE content? Unfortunately, different areas require different amounts of resistance. 400 gets you through most of hard dungeons, like hard level dungeons. 400 is enough. 400 ish, like 420 or 430 or something. For Chimera at the highest levels, you need like over 600. 400 ish, 450 ish probably gets you through the top level of Hydra. And then I think that's about it. Some bosses might require some special. I forgot whether like Sand Devil or something might require really high resistance, or maybe it was Shogun. I don't remember 100%. But yeah, about 450 gets you through most of the content. Resistance is good. You want to stack about 600 resistance for hard Grim Forest. But yeah, you see, like I basically just stack 5 damage dealers and just run in. Usually that clears like 99% of everything, and I want to get through it as fast as possible. I only spend gems on guaranteed events. Yeah, that's kind of what you save it for, right? Oh, sorry, I did not get Predator. No, I don't have Predator. No. When have you been forced to spend gems? I buy tag team bags. That's kind of it. And I did explain like when I do use gems, like basically when, like for example, like I don't really need to spend too many gems when I'm doing a fusion. But if I'm doing a fusion and they throw an event like the Sand Devil event where I want to fish for that medium stone at the top reward, then I'll spend gems to get that. Because usually if they don't put any extra events, you don't need to spend energy because I play every day. Like obviously if you don't play every day, you're not going to get as much energy. You're not going to be able to spend it as efficiently. So, you know, but if they throw like extra events, then that's going to cost energy. And if I want to participate, then yeah, it's going to cost energy. So, you think Dontel will come back since he was a fusion, even though he's part of a collab? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. They've only done that with Ninja, and Ninja was the first collab champion ever. So I think with Ninja, they probably had some weird stuff with their contract, or maybe Ninja negotiated some weird stuff with his contract, or Raid did that, or Raid maybe paid extra for that. I don't know, right? But either way, I think his is an outlier case, and I don't think it'll happen again. But that's my guess. It could be anything. But we haven't seen Rhonda come back or anything like that, right? You know what I mean? So, and it's been Ninja. I forgot when Ninja came. Was it a year ago now? It might have been over a year ago now. Um, Actually, it might have been over a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. 2 years ago? But anyways, no other champion has come back. So how do you even get those stats? I think my highest res on a champion is like 300. Um, Faction Guardians, so that's extra stats, empowerment. Obviously, empowerment's just something like super late game. Faction Guardians, Great Hall. They give you, I think, 80 each. So if you fill those up, you get 80 each. And then relics give you a little chunk. Blessings give you a big chunk. Blessings give you a bunch, right? So you add all that up, the stats get kind of crazy. Ninja was one of the most popular champions in the game, supposedly. That's interesting. I mean, not too surprising. I would imagine Ninja probably fell off nowadays, but he had a pretty big following, and we like Raid kind of picked him up, like I would say near peak or just at the top. You know what I mean? Just at the crest. This fight, maybe I need one support champion. Once I start going into like the red territory, I'm like, I probably need some support now, especially when you're just starting off. Grim Force is good. It's good. It just requires more time. That's all. It just requires more time. You kind of see like I'm just like crushing the content, but it's just like it takes time, right? You do 30, you click 30 times. You probably enter like maybe 10 fights. 10 fights is still like a minute a fight, right? 10 minutes. So you're still spending like 15, 20 minutes in this area every day. It still takes time, and that's if you're going reasonably quick. You're like, look at this nonsense now. Now it's I need to kill this guy. I guess I can kill this guy first. There we go. Now we can try to kill this guy. Do you ram through purple area as well? Yes, yes. Found a boss. I probably need to wait for stats. So what happens is I just build up my stats and I'll just go through them later. Yeah, quick battles would be nice. Yeah. I've seen a 6 blessing ninja doing 400 million on brutal Hydra. I don't know the stats. Yeah, I mean, ninja can hit for like a million per hit, I think. Actually not too sure. I know he hits for like 2 million on like Chimera and stuff. I don't know about Hydra how that translates. But ninja can hit super hard. Yeah. Usually they're in merciless builds. So lots of ignore defense, lots of crit, lots of attack. I play raid full time. You just don't live from doing it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I play full time, I guess. Yeah, I play a lot. I play a lot. It's not enough to live off of, you're right. We'll go Sulfurion. Who makes enough? Who makes enough money to play raid full time? I don't know. Would Ash? Maybe Ash, but he does other stuff too. So it's like he doesn't really just play raid. Live in some lower budget country. Hell, Hades. He doesn't play raid anymore though. Ash probably. I mean, and Ash lives in the states, so it's not cheap. Not cheap in the states. I think yeah, he definitely he makes the most bank like playing raid, but he doesn't play raid full time. That's the thing. Like he plays full time, but he also does other stuff, and that's how he makes his money too, right? So I don't know. It's interesting. It's tough. Uh, you just gotta. I mean, it's hard to play a video game full time and not and do it and not enjoy it. You know what I mean? Like it's because you spend so much time doing it. So you just gotta do what you enjoy, I guess. Overall, luckily, I still enjoy playing this game, even though it's kind of shit sometimes. But overall, it's okay. Overall, it's fine, and I actually don't get bothered too much by it because I guess because I don't spend money in the game, I don't feel that attached to it. Like I don't feel emotional about it. I guess. But of course, like I'll show like unhappiness about direction of things, but I'm not like they took away this. It's like, okay, they kind of I can view it objectively like hey they kind of had to take this away or they kind of had to change this because the game's getting fucked, right? I'm like okay. But yeah, I think by not spending money you get less emotional about it too. Just one less level of attachment. Are we winning? Oh my god, we're not winning. We're playing against. I'm just looking at my alt, the matchup and stuff. We're winning, but I would have expected like a stronger lead. And we're getting really carried by one guy. Curie Altar is also top right next to boss. Thank you. Who would want to? Half the game is clicking X out of shit offers. Ash is big in Clash Royale back in the day, but he only make raid at the moment, I think. Yeah, I think so. He's definitely covering raid like 90% of the time, but he has he has a business outside. Like he doesn't just live off of making raid content like YouTube and stuff like that. He definitely has like other avenues of other avenues for revenue. Who was your CC when you started? My CC? Hell Hades. Hell Hades brought me into the game. Like after I watched his videos, I'm like, oh yeah. Yeah. So I learned a lot from Hell Hades, like his earlier videos back in 2020. A lot. Yeah, I learned a lot. I was a, big content watcher. I was a big content watcher before I bothered. I already got this curio, so yeah, I play other games. No, I don't. I just play one game. Have you considered covering other games? It's hard for me to get into games. That's the thing. Um, and it's hard for me to like. I don't like to try games. That's the thing. Like I kind of get into a game and I just stick to it, and I reach the point where I like do really really well in it, and then yeah, that's it. Life is about what you don't have. Yeah, always good to take a moment and remember what you do have. Actually, a good thing. All right, let's start moving this way. I just kind of like I don't have any rhyme or reason like with like my path or anything. I just kind of move along. Single player game. I like playing Doom back in the day. I played Diablo for a couple years. I was really into Diablo, but then Diablo got kind of shit because it's owned by a stupid company that doesn't know anything. But yeah, Diablo was fun, but that ended. Yeah, I played Hearthstone before I played Raid. Yeah, I played Hearthstone for many years. I'm into like the strategic card game, strategic part of the game for sure. But unfortunately, Hearthstone, it's a huge pay to win game too. Um, but for me, I play in a format where I don't need to pay. I play a draft format, so basically you convert like in-game currency into like a ticket, like a ticket entry into like a tournament, and and yeah, that's the way I did it. And then basically what I would do is like the draft, right? So you go in, everybody has the same odds of getting a draft and stuff, and you play against other people with draft decks. And then if you do well, then you can earn back your entry plus some rewards, right? And if you don't do well, then you earn back a little bit. You get a slight discount, but you don't get the full thing or whatever. So for me, I was good enough. I was like some of the top players in the game when I was playing. And then I was able to basically just buy my ticket over and over and over again. So I always accumulate resources, and then I was getting like packs and cards and stuff nonstop. But um, I have a ton of resources in that game when I left, and I basically left because I couldn't allocate like focus into that game anymore because I had a I had a child, and then COVID was happening, and it's all sorts of crazy stuff happening. So I couldn't continue playing Hearthstone anymore at that level, and so I just packed it up. And Raid kind of just filled the void because Raid's kind of like a AFK game, so you can just play it whatever, right? Oh, Michael, thank you so much for that $20, man. Appreciate it very much. Finally caught a rise and grind for the channel booster. You're giving this old fucker so much help through your videos, one-on-one help and questions answered through Discord. Mike Fancy. Thank you so much, Mike. Appreciate it. Welcome. Yeah, a little bit later on the stream today, so maybe catch some of the North American folks. But thank you so much, man. Hopefully you're having a great day, great morning so far. Run from WoW? Yeah, no thanks. Not into WoW. Join Raid during COVID. Have you seen new Raid video on their YouTube channel? Yeah, Raid is highly un-AFK. I didn't know that at the time, but it felt AFK. I didn't watch the new video. Is there a new video out? I don't know. I don't really check, but I guess we can have a look-see. Raid Shadow. Oh, the map of Talaria. Map of Talaria. You guys want to watch it? All right, let's watch it together. Let's watch it together. Let's watch it together. Map of Talaria.
Old has taken a lifetime to complete, and is the most accurate depiction of Teleria you shall find. For 3 decades, I, Landric of Tilsha, traveled the world, braving dangers that lurk in its darkest corners, and delved into lands undreamed of by my fellow cartographers. I beheld the spires of the eternal citadel in the holy land of rebirth, where the sacred order reigns supreme in Lumaya's name, and the barren, snowy peaks of Red Spike Mountains, the realm of the fierce people of Frostheim. Fair Karok and the free cities welcomed me with golden fields and lofty castles. Guided by dark elf sellswords, I walked the secret, murderous paths of Durham Forest. I have seen the wreck that is accursed Sintranos, delved into the labyrinthine catacombs of Narbuk, and been awestruck by the glittering wonders of Aravia. Further north, I gazed upon Gloom Deep Hold, a place of understated majesty, carved in impregnable stone, the bustle of Port Wretched, guarded by its ever-watchful batteries, and the harsh beauty of the Winterlands. Alas, not even the hardy folk who eke out a living in Port Wraith would help me seek the legendary waters of life, though plenty were the tales of it. To Peltis I sailed next. I observed the fury of the fire-spewing Thunder Mount before taking to ship again to slip past haunted Irith. From there, I came to bountiful Velizar, where its famed arenas ring with the clashing of steel. I traveled then along old caravan routes to cross the blistering sands of the Krokan. As the desert's grass preceded, the festering mires of the Sorrow Lakes greeted me with wariness. Few outsiders are welcome there after the slaughter that was the Galen War, so my excursion was shamefully short-lived. The less one thinks of the Stormwind Wastes, the better. Ah, it is a place of evil, foulness, and degeneracy. I took my notes and hurried to the northeast. Many wonders awaited me. First, the Cloud Spire Mountains, where ancient secrets lie buried, and dwarves of the Sky Iron Dominion ruled their great networks of underground tunnels and halls. Beyond the cloud spires lies Yakai, a land of cherry blossoms and myriad shrines magnificent in their serenity. Great terraces dot the countryside, where farmers cultivate grains that few in Anheld have tasted before. Here and there, one can find the signs of dwarven or elven architects at work, for the friendship between Yakai, Sky Iron, and the Mistwood is strong indeed. Ah, the Mistwood. Though it has suffered the corrupting touch of the Shadow God, it retains wild primeval beauty. The songs of Fae echo through ancient thickets, and an eerie harmony permeates all things. Beneath those emerald canopies, I felt the burden of years lift from my shoulders, and yearned to dance and run as a child would. Lastly, I sailed south to the Lost Isles, jewels strewn amid azure tropical seas. Once the seat of a great empire, they still nurture civilization. Forgotten tribes and pirate havens dot the archipelago, as well as prosperous city-states carved out of gleaming marble. But worse things do linger in the fog banks that swirl Teleria's southern seas. The dread floating fortress of perdition. To behold it is to behold one's doom. This, then, is Teleria. Dangerous, beautiful, and expansive. One lifetime is insufficient to discover all its wonders. I thank Lumaya for giving us this world and for blessing me with the opportunity to explore it. May my masterwork offer others a glimpse of its breathtaking.
Honestly, it's funny to watch Plarium kind of hobble together this lore for Raid. Like, obviously, they didn't have intentions of making any kind of lore for Raid when they made the champions. And then now they're like, oh, we create this lore. These characters have stories. Now we have to expand on them. So it definitely feels like they just kind of like slap it all together. You know what I mean? So when I look at that map, it's like, okay, you got this place right next to this place, right next to this place, right next to this place. And then he's like describing them, you know, in their very articulate, detailed way. And it's just kind of like, dude, it's so funny how you just basically go one place to the next place, the next place. And they're like conveniently like so close to each other. Like it just feels like slapped together, right? Like, I don't know. It's just funny, but they're trying their best and it's more content for people. So it's a good thing, I guess. It's kind of funny. And then you guys are funny too in the comments 20 minutes later. The crap they made up, right? Yeah, exactly. Lore, Raid had no lore. So they had literally zero lore in the beginning. And they're like, oh, crap. We need to make some crap up. So it's pretty funny. They're like, oh, where did this faction come from? Let's throw him here. This island that looks like Japan. And then it's like, oh, let's throw them here. There's this place that looks like Asia, you know. So funny. Anyways, good on them for their efforts, I guess. All right. Where are we at in terms of points? 88. Am I dead last? I'm near last. Damn. Gotta pick it up. I'm beating this clan up pretty good, I guess. There's that one guy only got paid 2 sacred shards. Favorite thing Riz has done in the Bastion for this Raid 7 is guy throwing fireballs. I don't know, but I quite enjoy. Some people don't like this. They were complaining about this. This guy throwing the fireballs. They said like it was distracting. I was like, dude, this is like the smallest complaint. This guy's pretty cool. I don't know. Like, anyways, yeah. They can make good lore if they want to, although don't any player care. Yeah, it's really tough because like I don't really care. Like they can come out lore for these individual champions. Like I don't even know which champions have lore on it. Does Rhonda have lore? Oh my gosh, she has lore. See, like, I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know. I never read this once because there's a bunch of hogwash. There's a bunch of random stuff they just stuffed like into this. There's random names doing random things, and then they rarely ever have like a big overarching connection to each other. And it's really hard to feel connected to any of these characters because there's so fucking many of these characters, right? There's so many of these stupid characters. It's hard to feel connected to them. Like they spent a ton of time on like Rosin. Like, even their main character, Arbiter, like, what is she doing? Like, what is her thing? You know what I mean? Like we're supposed to be connected to her, right? Like feel for her situation, but it's like, what is her situation? I don't even know her situation. Is it good? Is it bad? Is she assembling a team? Like the call to Arbiter, I thought she was assembling a team, but like for what? Who's I don't know. There's just no overarching story, I guess. AI slop, yeah. Yo, what's up? Pulled Nishak and Harima. Those are good pulls. Level 72. Which one would you suggest to max up first? Mm, tough call. Nishak's pretty good for like PvE content. Better than Harima. Harima's fine, but Nishak's better. And Nishak requires less gear to be good because then you don't need, ignore defense sets. You don't even need sets on Nishak. You just need accuracy and attack. So I would say Nishak for earlier game player is probably a little bit easier to build out, use, and take advantage of. But the Mystic Relic lore, it mentions random stuff. Campaign is so useless other than 12.3, who cares? The best thing they've done for Arbiter is her appearance in those commercials. I think her appearance is a little bit strange in those commercials as well. I don't know. There's something slightly off about those commercials, but I don't know. I don't want to roll up gear. Otherwise, I would roll up gear right now, but I don't really want to roll up gear because we do have the event coming tomorrow. And, that's when I'll slam some of the gear. um, hmm. Yeah, I mean, we just chill. We're doing the Fire Knight stuff, so can't really do this. They gotta get this background battle stuff like figured out, unfortunately. You look at Arbor in the videos, then come to the game. Yeah. I fucked up, no dual fusion, then pulled her. They're spamming me to pay 100 for the fragments. Oh, wow. They made Pred as RB. Hmm. All right. Let's see. Everything else is done. All right. Pretty good. Everything's done. CVC, we'll just wait for tomorrow. We'll just spam more points tomorrow, but I think we're pretty much done for today. Yeah, I think we're gonna call the stream here just about 4 hours here. So, all right, guys. Anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out. We had a pretty good chunk of people here today, so I appreciate that. And you guys have been really cool with participating and stuff. It's Tuesday, so enjoy your work day and all that, or enjoy your work evening. If you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button for future content. We usually stream during CBC just to make it like a regular 2-week thing. I like streaming. Streaming's fun. It's fun to chat and all that stuff. So, and yeah, we'll pop out a video probably later today with the Argonites. Make sure you guys hit that notification because then apparently some of you guys don't get my video feeds in your feed. But yeah, make sure you guys hit that notification, all that stuff. So. Anyways, guys, have a great day. Thank you guys for hanging out and best luck on your CVC and all that. And yeah, we'll chat soon. So see you guys. Have a good day. Yep. Take care. I know I'm overcapped on energy, but it's running down right now. Don't worry.